you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
It's Friday night, people. Here we go again at King of Nordic. We got Season 7, Episode 5. Should be a nice evening. To get things started, it's just you, me, myself, any other sort of way I could call myself me. So I hope you guys are happy. I sure am. Doing the thing. Before we get the show started, I'm throwing a quick shout out to Puppet Master. The man, the myth, the legend. Should be a fun evening, guys. Sweden has been holding it down this whole season. They're now at a streak of 7 games, which has happened only once before in the history of King of Nordic. Finland had the honor of having that happen one time before. If they win again, that will be 8 wins, which will be record-breaking, mind-blowing, beautiful. Want to thank you guys all for Birdie, anybody that came to check out everything that happened up at the event. Congratulations to Crowns Esports. Proud of you guys. You did well. You were a new team and you all made things happen. Yeah, I don't know. Last week was good. All kinds of excitement, all kinds of backstabbing, grenade throwing nonsense like we do here. And let's go to the highlights.
After the first shot was whiffed, he just got the crap out. Nice shot from Poobity though. These are the exit fracks. They say that MWC has to clutch this one or his team is out of the tournament. Beautiful start of things. He's got a nice deke and now he's got an
frag. That's going to equalize it back to a 4-4. However, 4-5 pushed up all the way. They weren't expecting that. More than please go ahead and do so. You have it right there. Hashtag King of Nordic. Communicating with the captains. No, that. Oh, he did yeah.
Flashing great. Here comes a shot from Arnold with a 2-frag down and the round is won. It's got to
as well just to equalize the 300 situation.
What is going on? Are you kidding me?
Or actually, there you have it. The Max 10 is going to go in for 3-4 frags. He's going in for the 5th. What is going on? They're just giving it away. That's stat.
There, but they got plenty of time left to go into rotate if they should choose so, but they wouldn't. And then Forfeit comes in with 2 nice frags. There's serious help at him out as well.
But then the Eagles can do theirs. Actually, pardon me for that again. Krizer will be going in for the entry. Jorsum will be going in for not only 1, going in for 2, going in for 3. Fighting for that 4th and will be taking it home lethal. The player is low, but he's actually not. And Freddy Frog can take these duels without any HP being lost. Actually, it is 36 HP remaining. But
Ding down 5 of them. Well, 4 of them as I say that because Tabs helps him out with a nice little shot there. Frag comes in. 1 more for
Tabs.
Tabs.
That's Peeker's advantage for him, obviously. On the back, though, you've got Freddy Frog. Potentially, is he going to go for the night?
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
It would be the best thing to do. Anyways, X-Gamer was, what am I saying? Freddy Frog. He's got to go in for a triple frag. That's going to be a 4th any second, I believe, with the deal. He's got the bomb literally in front of him. He's got to go in for it. The ace is there, ladies and gentlemen. 6-4. Sweden.
With a nice shot there. It's going to be brought down by Forfeit, though. It's a back and forth here as Freddy finds 1 more.
Oh my God!
Well, he will be in the end, though, but Tabs will take 1 down, and here goes the last one.
So as you can see, lots of nonsense happening last week. Lots of good action. It was beautiful. Yeah, please be sure to send us some tweets, guys. Hashtag King of Nordic. Like all our Facebook pages. Follow our Twitch stream. Instagram as well. I would love to engage in conversation with you guys tonight. Because as said, just me and me for the moment. Oh, and the couch. I got the couch. The good-looking couch. And my good friend here. Perfect. But yeah, I hope to hear a lot from you guys. Whatever you have to say. Got any questions or comments, concerns, any tips maybe of new things we could do around here? I suggested we have a food fight. That could be kind of a fun thing. Some people were up for it, some not so much. But yeah, if you guys ever want to join or interested in joining us here at King of Nordic, these tournaments, there's a little clip that this beautiful voice will serenade you. Not in the point where you'll fall asleep, but just be intensely focused in the moment. It's over to you.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Nice. Wow. Way to just make that sound epic. I want you all to join. Maybe you guys can recruit me. Maybe I'll get some tweets, maybe some killer offers to be on your team. you don't want me on your team. But I'm looking forward to those offers. I'm sure I'll be flattered, deeply honored to be offered the position in any case. We have this other tournament going on as well. It's called the Fade Case Tournament. You do lots of knifing, shanking, stabbing, whatever you want to call it. As well as grenades. Grenades are allowed as well. This has already started, so we'll be showing next Monday and Tuesday, the 5th. We will be showing the qualifying rounds to who's going to be going to the championship, I guess. This tournament is a winner-takes-all tournament, €2,000. That's pretty rad. I would be happy to score that for me and my team. Yeah, and I wish you the best of luck. So we here at King of Nordic and ESEN Studios, we're going public. That's what's happening. There are now options to buy stocks. You can check out more information at esenesports.com. That is esenesports.com. There's plenty of information there if anything you want to know, as well as this video clip will tell you all you need to know.
For the past couple of years, esports has been blowing up like crazy. Did you know that right now there's actually more people watching esports rather than traditional sports? And there's a lot of signs, all of them pointing towards the fact that this is just the beginning. Experts have predicted that the amount of esports viewers will increase from 323 to 589 million viewers in the year 2020. And we want to be a part of that adventure. And of course, we want to do our part in order for that to happen. More specifically, we're doing that through our own tournaments, different events, and our own self-made content specifically made for our audience. I mean, it's all happening in esports right now. The timing is perfect, and we believe that esports has the potential to become the biggest sport in the world. So if you're an esports fan just like us, join us on this adventure and invest in ESEN Esports. For more information, go to our website, www.esenesports.com.
Hey guys, well, I hope you learned something from that clip. Maybe you're interested. I hope that you are. So we got a giveaway tonight. You just need to go to our Facebook page. We got the post. You should see it. It's right there in front of your eyes. There it is. Look at that. Wow. Logitech G440 mousepad, built for champions. That should be their tagline. I'm not sure if it is, but now it is. I made it. So you just like the page, like the post, tag Logitech G, and tell us why you deserve it. And one other thing, I don't know if I've told you, but there's 2 available. Dun, 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 dun. Come get this. Look at this. Look. They seem pretty, yeah. They deserve a good home. Today is a bit, besides section 1 just being me, I'm getting, thank you for accentuating the just being me moment. We got 3 casters tonight, not 2, but 3. In the beginning we have 2. I think on the second game will be 3. I haven't mentioned that you guys voted on Iceland versus Norway for the game to be watching for our game number 1. It's going to be beautiful, just more of that same action that you're all looking forward to. A question for you, please send us tweets, give any suggestions you have. We've heard some rumors. There's also been a post recently about how map picking should be made and the rules around how these maps should be chosen for tournaments. If you guys have any great suggestions of how you would like it to be seen here at King of Nordic, or any things you could see us do, we're up for it. Just let us know. We want to hear what you have to say. And yeah, but until we get those great suggestions, we will be doing the same thing that we always do. me and this beautiful wheel. I'm unsure if I've spun this live. I think I've only spun this off of screen. This might be my first one. I could be wrong. But anyway, here's the deal. We only do we can only do the same map once. So no repeats of any of these maps. I'm gonna spin this counterclockwise. And here we go. Overpass.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first matchup here in King of Nordic. My name is Robin Crusher Engstrom, and with me I have the very talented caster Tenshi. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine, man. Came down with a terrible hay fever over the past week, but it's letting me go out of its grip right now, so I'm feeling much better. I'm keen to custom Counter-Strike.
Yeah, make sure that you get some proper rest after this, man, because I want you at tip-top shape. Please.
Nah, man, don't worry, man. I only need my 6 hours of sleep a night. It's all I need. Like the other 18 hours that I spend awake is just fully dedicated to esports, guys.
A full power nap, then you're good.
Yeah, man. Like I'm going to transition over to doing the like 4 like naps a day. So like sleep 2 hours, awake for like 5, sleep 2 hours, awake for 5.
Oh my god.
Sleep 1 hour.
How to screw up your sleeping schedule?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go hard, guys. So I have more time for esports.
All right. So the first matchup for this evening is going to be Norway versus Iceland. So let's go ahead and bring up the rosters of our first team here. It is going to be Iceland first. We're starting off with Eyjolfur Jolli Eyjolfsson, Bjarni Guðmundsson, Erling.
You're pronouncing that. You're actually pronouncing that quite well. I'm impressed.
Thank you very much.
It's really hard, man.
The third member is Erling Sioni Erlingsson, Hinrik Hinix Solvason, and the last one is Sindri S.B. Ingmundarsson. I'm trying my best to pronounce them.
So like some of these letters, man, are like I have a friend. His name is like Sigurðsson. Like you need to. Yeah, exactly. Like it's really hard to do. I mean, I tried to pronounce his name a couple of times. The same thing with these guys. No way that I'm going to be able to pronounce his surnames. I'm sorry, guys. For Norway, the representative Christian Chris Sandver, Akers Christian Kornbach, so 2 Christians actually. Snorre Fletch Granerud, Kasper Lövold. I like it when you know the players just take their surname or whatever, and that's going to be my in-game name. Christopher Helberg Andersen. So 2 guys there going for that one, and I think it's a solid, because you'll always remember the name.
Yeah, it's like Freiburg, Freiburg picked his
exactly. He's
that's
prime example of that one. But yeah, so like we were talking a little bit prior to this before we sat down here behind the casting desk, and you were telling me, I think it was Norway that were actually bringing, a pretty solid, strong team here tonight to play.
Yeah, this lineup here is the new Norwegian lineup of Demise, one of the top teams for Norway at this moment. So I'm looking forward to see how they can perform here during this evening. They are up against a new team for Iceland in this King of Nordic show that we have, because Iceland always had that 2-team lineup, so to speak. They always had either Dux Bellerum or Nordic Warthogs to play here. Now they are bringing in this new lineup, and hopefully we'll see them perform a little bit better than the previous teams have been doing. But we'll see. Norway are still bringing a pretty damn good team into the mix, and we're going to be jumping into the game here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Overpass that we will be playing, and like I said, Overpass is one of those maps where you have to think about really what's going on everywhere on the map, mainly because there are so many angles that you have to be careful of. You have, for instance, you have toilets. You have at least 3 different angles that you have to keep an eye on, because otherwise you may be walking straight into an ambush.
Yeah, and like if you just look at for instance, the speed of the rotation that the CTs can do, you know, from the A site down to the B site, potentially it's also really, really quick. You come down there up to the heaven position from the A site, you have full overview basically over the entire B site. You can pick people coming all the way over from B long. You can also find kills over directly on the site, you know, even when planting safe behind those sandbags with a molly or an HE or whatever. So it's definitely a tall order, you know, I want to say, especially so on the T side, but you and I, we've casted this map once or twice before together, and we sort of concluded that as long as you play for like a high tempo kind of game, if your opponents can't really keep up, you can just force a lot of those duels, because that's kind of what we saw last time. You know, the T side actually came to just dominate initially. Yeah, here on Overpass. But then again, it all comes down to the teams. Like, what kind of team are you? Like, are you going to go hard on the just individual raw aim kind of team, or are you a little bit more technical in how you want to be pulling out your executions? So I think, you know, maybe the first initial rounds here to sort of gander a little bit of how, sort of get a feel for where they want to be playing this, how they want to be playing is more. Yeah, especially something that I would always love to talk about when I'm talking about Counter-Strike is mid-control, especially on this map. On CT side, there's this thing that you can do. You can toss out a smoke straight into the middle, right there on the right. And as a CT, you can jump up on those benches up into playground, and you can just take a quick peek down into T ramp. Exactly, like we've seen it so many times. You get the cheeky pick there with an AWP or even a Desert Eagle, a USP on the pistol round. Can be very dangerous. I mean, a standard tactic usually is that you pick a pistol, like in pistol rounds, you go up towards middle and you just get a quick little view there, get some information. Are they pushing or are they not pushing? Yeah, exactly. Usually, I mean, we sort of seen the same function on other maps that are so dominated by the mid section of the map, like Mirage, for instance. You sort of have the same formula there of how you take your peaks as CT. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, hey, where's the other 2 people that are usually casting here? You know, the dad and the son, Boogie and Wolfie. Is that what they call them? Dad and the son? I mean, it's their meme, so to speak. You know, and I feel like that we're becoming the adopted parents now, because I can sort of see that, you know, with Boogie, because he's got like the dad beard. I was listening to him cast the other day. He was doing the one of the Asia minors. Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He's casting for PGL in the Asian minor. So but I was watching that, right, and it's just like I didn't really notice this up until that point, but he's got such a nice sort of very comforting voice. So, you know, I had to tweet at him, man. But, like, he's definitely got a golden voice. Really like it. Speaking about tweets, we have one right here from Bobski. Fridays with King of Nordic. Best Fridays. Let's go, Sweden. It's always so fun for me because that's actually a name I recognize. You know, like, because I'm still fairly new to the CS scene. When everyone's like, oh, I know that guy. I've seen that guy play. You know, like, that's always really fun to me. Yeah, just so you know, those 2 are not the same. This is a different Bobski. This is King of Nordic regular. Okay. Then we've had Bobski, the player. Bobski, the Bobski. Yeah, the Bobski playing before. Okay. But I'm sorry. Yeah, these are not the same. But we're not finished with the tweet. Bring that record to us from them Finnish people. # King of Nordic. So we'll see how well Sweden are going to perform later this evening. But now it is time for Norway versus Iceland to start this matchup. We're going to begin with the knife round. So if you want to send us your prediction, # King of Nordic. Don't forget about that. So let's go ahead. And you want to shoutcast this knife round? I don't know, man. It's just going to be a bit of stabby. It's really, you know, like this to me is just like a casual weekend out in northern Belfast. really.
Oh my god.
You go up there with your mates, have a cold pint, and then all of a sudden, you got a right-click knife in your back.
It's standard. It's like
It's just
cut, stab, shank.
typical Ireland, man. It's
Typical. I assume Boogie would know all about that.
oh yeah, he lives there.
Yeah.
Oh god, I should have talked to him about that because we did meet. I did meet Boogie and Volty for the first time at Birdieland. That was cool. They were actually really cool guys.
Yeah. So here we go. It is Iceland who's going to begin on the CT side. Norway, they will start on the offensive, meaning that they are going to have to try and take over the bomb sites and get the bomb to explode. And we'll see how well they're going to do just that. But I just wanted to say something. I tried to make a joke before. I don't know if you heard it, but it's like, now that Boogie's gone, I think that we're becoming the adopted parents to Volty.
Really?
I mean,
I don't know, man. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to take care of a child, man. I'm too young.
I think it is how it is. Katsunagi, good to see Crasher back in action. No more flipping the burgers. Time for some good old King of Nordic casting.
So that's what you've been doing behind the scenes. You've been flipping the burgers. You're the guy who brings sort of like the water boy for a football game, like an American football game.
Have you seen Waterboy?
I have seen Waterboy.
It's a pretty good movie.
I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler, to be honest. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's just like his sort of sense of humor really, it's a very niche kind, I want to say. Similar to Jim Carrey, like either you love him or you hate him. Now, per se, I don't really hate Adam Sandler. I'm just not a particularly big fan of his films.
I mean, everyone have their own taste.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It is how it is.
Same thing in, like, we even see like individual flavorings in Counter-Strike and how people want to be playing. So.
Exactly. So speaking about that, it is time for us to kick this match off. It is Iceland versus Norway once again. And here on the pistol round, we see Norway. They're going to be making a quick push towards the B side. But here we have Bjarni, who gets two quick frags here when they're trying to push through that tunnel. They're going to be trying to take over that B side, but with only 3 members, that is going to be a tall order indeed. They're going to be pushing up here, and Chris, he's going to even it out, and all of a sudden, Norway somehow gets 2 more members, turning this into a 2-on-2 after SB finally finds a frag, but still, the bomb has not been planted. They have a lot of time on the clock, but they can just take their time. They don't need to do any sort of super aggressive pushes now. All they need to do is to make sure that they try and find at least 1 more frag. SB, though, is going to find one, and Hinnix finds the final one. Iceland starts this one off strong.
Yeah, ended up starting clean, getting a little bit messy in the middle, and then after that, just wrapping things up nice and easy. So, as well, also very nice to, of course, deny that bomb plant, which means that they're not going to be seeing any AKs on the next round coming up here. So, just very typical force buy coming out of Norway. Bunch of Tech 9s, single P250 there. And this is actually a very interesting buy to me, going for a scout here. 4 SMGs. I'm sort of expecting to see like maybe 1 or 2 rifles because, just for good measure, that's something that's very common nowadays. But on the other hand, I don't really mind this more conservative buy. Of course, you get that additional money once you get kills with your UMPs, so maybe you can start building a little bit of bank. But as you can see, just everyone going to be marching all the way over here towards A long, and they might be able to catch one guy out. Tagged up the player, and he's actually going to smash him in the head. Henix goes down. As Hellberg is going to be taking the charge onto the site, but Bjarni is holding with the UMP here on Optimus. Gets one. Can he follow things up right now? Chris is actually going to be able to find a frag. And another one is... Now, all of a sudden, it's only going to be Bjarni standing left. He's got control of the bomb, but he's got 2 men up against him. One is going to be rotating in from under the bank area.
I mean, this has been such a messy round for both teams. To be honest, not checking that truck when they had to.
It's such a standard position as well, so I'm really surprised. But, oh, there we go. Casper's going to come on in and finish that round. And they actually managed to take that off of the back of that force buy. I was not really expecting them to make big waves here. But they managed to piece that one together. That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah, so that is a bit of a mistake from both teams, but it is Norway going out victorious from that one. We have another tweet coming in from Risto. Hashtag King of Nordic. Hello there, Meeber Risto. King of Nordic Day, Friday.
Friday's a good day, man.
Friday's an awesome day.
You know why I like Friday so much? Not only is it because it's the weekend and like nostalgically, I'm like, now I'm out of school. Can finally go home, but it's also a day where we cast Counter-Strike. Dude. And incidentally, I also cast StarCraft on the same day. So I get like my 2 favorite games on the same day. Like, come on. There's no better start to the weekend.
You're living in bliss, bro.
Dude, I am. And you know what I'm going to do after this?
What?
I'm going to crack a cold one with the boys.
Oh my, it sounds good.
I'm joking. I don't have any boys, but I do have a bunch of cold ones.
I mean, you could probably join us if you want to.
We'll see where that one goes, man. Because, I'm a busy man. I have more Counter-Strike to play and to watch. And I just consume a ton of Counter-Strike lately, man. I love it. So good.
I want to get back into playing Counter-Strike so much. I haven't actually
we should
been
play
neglecting-
some.
We should play
You
some.
know, this Operation Hydra thing, I'm actually really enjoying the 2v2 mode. It's so sick.
Oh, we need to do that one.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's so sick. I've been playing that a ton, actually. But, you know, to come into this round, just a little bit, like, now the economies have been turned on their heads, as you can see. Now Iceland are going to be forced for that, forced by, as you can see, a couple of Deagles, though. And, you know, if there's one thing that you and I have established already, Crasher, it's that the Desert Eagle should never be underestimated, because right as it is, you know, the inner Nico wakes up within one of these guys and then the round is just completely over. But for now, very straightforward. However, Jolly, all of a sudden with that CZ, is going to execute 2 men coming through Monster. Yeah, but that was the climax of this round, to be honest, as it's only going to be Hinix left with this Desert Eagle in hand. Let's see if he can find an exit frag or 2.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting at least one. Not really, albeit very close. Hellberg left on 4 HP, not really getting that third and final shot in. But I mean, Iceland, they had the pistols. They had every opportunity to just remove some of the weapons. They managed to get 2 weapons off. So that's a bit of a ding to the economy, meaning that Norway has to waste money to at least drop 2 people. You can see they haven't been able to save up completely. I mean, next round, if they lose this one, they're going to be able to buy up a couple of weapons in the next one. But I mean, it's weapons they would rather not lose, especially now, because they want to save up as much bank as possible. We see a push coming in from Iceland towards middle, but there isn't anyone there. The rest of them are on B side. Chris is going to find one, though, and Fletch is going to meet a Hail Mary storm here, and somehow still come out alive of it. He's actually playing very passively, and now he pushes in together with his teammates. But, I mean, from Iceland, that was an interesting push. They kind of got stuck there in underground. They didn't want to push further. And so Norway, I mean, that was a pretty good move from Fletch by just sticking around in there outside of underground, not pushing in when he saw that, oh, there's a lot of people here.
I mean,
instead,
it's really easy to get very hungry, you know, for those kills.
Yeah, he got 1 frag, and then he moved out when he saw,
exactly.
Oh, there's like too many here.
Like really well-controlled aggression coming out of him. After that, initially, you know, he ends up walking into his death, but that's not a big deal, because now we actually have a real gun round coming up here, guys.
Yeah, and it's gonna be left, right, and center here. Frags coming in, and what was that? Sione getting 3 frags there, but not enough. 2v2, the bomb is going to be planted, meaning 40 seconds left for Iceland to try and make a retake happen. Fletch gets the first frag, though. Hinix will fall, and that means Bjarni in a 1-on-2 has to make this round work somehow. A smoke is going to come in and block some of his vision. He has to play this one very carefully.
I think that's actually helpful, to be honest, because, I mean, as you can see, he actually managed to maneuver around that left-hand side. Is he going to be moving forward? Oh, he doesn't know about the man holding with the AWP on water, and he's going to go down there. Casper finishes things off. Norway, again, with a very nice, clean execution. But here we are, guys. Going to get that replay on Zioni, as he is going to go for that 3-man with the FAMAS. Really nice play coming out there. 1-2, lining up those headshots, and you get that initial dink, then 1 or 2 rounds to the body, and it's all over. It's all it takes, man. And it really shows to you know, how fragile individual rounds can be in Counter-Strike.
I mean, that could have been the game-winning moment right there.
Absolutely.
If Iceland could have gotten just 1 more frag from someone else, that they would have won the round. But unfortunately, it did not play out that way. Instead, it is Norway bringing in another round, while Iceland is on another eco, another kind of a half-buy with 5.7 CZs and Deagles. A couple of them with armor. We'll see what they can do with this, but it looks like Norway, they have a deciding lead so far, and they're not afraid of really pushing it, as Chris is going to get the first one. Henix, though, gets 1 refrag. So, I mean, they're keeping it simple, they're keeping it even, and somehow I would say that Iceland, they have the advantage, even though that they lost a guy, because you see 3-on-3. And now, finally, Norway is starting to get back into this. But the point that I was trying to make is that even though Norway are the ones with AKs, they have the rifles, I mean, Iceland, all they're looking for right now is to try and do as much economical damage as possible. Lesby coming in with the Deagle. Now, a 1-on-2. This is the moment where SB should be looking to save, but instead he's going to run straight into Hellberg's crosshair. And, I mean, 3 men is a really good eco. However, if you take a look at the bank, it's not as successful as Iceland would have hoped it to be.
I mean, that's more a short-term victory, if anything, because in the long term, Norway, they, like you say there, you know, they do have the money to spare. However, we are going to go for a big rifle buy yet again, coming in here from Iceland. As you can see, Kit's actually on 3 people, a good amount of utility as well. And here's this peek that you're talking about, taking this AWP. He's going to go for the first frag, and he will find 1. And that's a really good start here. Henix is now going to fall back. And I love this, really just conservative play, not overextending. And now they can just play off of this man advantage that they're going to be having.
I mean,
Just,
not only does this force Norway to just play super passive, it also forces them to use a lot of the utility just to clear corners because they have one man less. They have to make sure that they don't fall into any other sort of ambushes. That
yeah, you saw there exactly.
Right
Like Chris right away burnt out most of his utility. So, but they still have some, on, like for the whole team. Fletcher's going to be sneaking up here onto the sandbags position on the short area. Going to go for a cheeky jump and sees nothing so far, but maybe they... I don't know if this is actually a good move here, because if they see his head, you know, they're just going to pop him right away. But
I mean, he made noise. They know that he's there.
yeah, okay. He's looking for it.
They just have to be careful.
He's looking for it. HE does not connect, or actually does a fair amount of damage. Another one rings on in. 30 HP remaining. Is going to get smoked off now. But yeah, look at that. Yoli, he knows exactly where he is. Flicks around, and he will take him down through the smoke. Very good move right now. As SP's also going to find another kill onto Casper. Now Hellberg has gone in and taken his fallen comrade's position. Not sure if they actually saw him move over into this location, but Chris is going to come down from long B, find another frag. And now we are on a 2-on-3 situation. They still have that AWP to play with, Henix that is. As Zioni is going to be able to find him, and Hellberg is the last man standing. He's not going to give up without a fight though, as he will find the frag onto Zioni. And remember, the bomb is still down on the side, but he's only got 10 seconds left to work with, and now he's under pressure. He needs to make a move quickly. He cannot be hesitating. He's got the bomb, but he's going to get taken down from the back. Bjarni closes things out.
I mean, he was just reaching for that bomb right there. It was kind of like that moment where in any sort of 80s action movie where he's just trying to reach for the bomb, but so close, and then he gets shot in the back and just falls down.
But that's not what they do in 80s action films. They manage just narrowly to escape certain death.
It's one of those anti-climaxes, you know?
Yeah. I guess it's like anything.
It's like in the beginning of the movie where you see that someone that's a good guy.
It's like the first agent, and then the film is about the agent who like takes his place.
Exactly.
And who actually manages to defuse the bomb. But anyway, guys, coming into a bit of an interesting round like now. Yoli is going to be playing on short with this Mang 7. He's in the smoke, dancing around a little bit there. I think they've actually just missed that. This one get close, but look at how much they've already tagged up every single player on Norway on top of finding those 2 initial frags. Really good start right now here for Iceland. Exactly what they need in this.
And they have control over the bomb too.
Oh man, this is... I think that Norway actually got a little bit over-ambitious and kind of ran away with this round.
Yeah, we're going to see, though, if they can manage to salvage it somehow. They have a lot of time to work with, but they have to be careful because Iceland, they do have control over the bomb, and Iceland, all they need to do, really, is just to play very passively. We do have a smoke grenade on Henix. A lot of the utility have been used already for the Icelandic team, but
nice.
Good shot coming in. We'll see if he's going to find a third. Nope, it is Jolly who's going to finish this round off, but what a round coming in from Iceland. A bit of a throwaway for Norway too.
Man, that is so gnarly. Just tapping away there. So controlled, so calm. Really, really nice there from SP.
Yeah. Kind of unfortunate though. I was hoping that Norway wouldn't go so aggressive or like.
I mean, they went
how
deep,
can you explain
man.
It's more like they got eager. They got
but like I said, you know, they kind of ran away with that round. I think they were thinking, you know, they're sort of in the mindset of like, okay, we're just running over them, we're forcing the duels, and we're actually winning them consistently. So let's just go fast, guys. You know, we can just force these duels, and we should win statistically. But then all of a sudden, you know, Iceland wakes up and they return with a couple of hard frags of themselves, and so now all of a sudden, I think Norway needs to show them a little bit more respect. Yeah, but remember, they are on a pistol round at this point, and already they are going to start losing members left and right. SB with another 3-piece there, but he will get taken down from Casper.
Yeah, but good damage dealt from Iceland. As long as they can get the pistols off, it's good, all good for them. Now, all they need to do is just to play back, make sure that they try to play the range game. We'll see what happens though. Casper is going to try to find a deagle shot, but none to be found as Bjarni and Sioni, they're going to take a frag each, and then there's going to be another round for Iceland. I mean, 4-5, and coming out from Norway, I'm not really sure. We were hyping them up earlier, but they haven't really been performing up to my expectations so far.
But that depends on what expectations you had. Because I mean, you haven't really elaborated on that one. Like, okay. I'm expecting phase play out of Norway right now. You know, I think because you know, they had an initially strong start here on Overpass. Because I think it was just like they were kind of trying to find their footing in Iceland as well. You know, I think it's a little harder actually to play on the CT side when you're basically in the dark about how the enemy team wants to play. You need to lose a couple of rounds, or at least struggle in a couple of rounds before you can figure out, you know, the tempo that they want to be playing. And Norway right now, as they did find like a good tempo running this match at the very start, I think that because Iceland actually took their time and sort of read the game a little bit better, Norway has now started showing them the respect that I think they are worthy of.
I mean, like a play like that shouldn't be allowed, and Chris is going to come in with a refrag. Now they're going to be taking over the B bomb site and try to defend it to the best of their abilities. Hellberg and Akes is going to find one frag each, leaving Hinnix and Bjarni on the Icelandic team left alone to their own devices, trying to salvage this round somehow. And he's with the op, wants to try and find a shot somewhere, but in the end, it seems like they want to back off and save their weapons instead. A very wise decision, if you ask me. Mainly because they don't have the economy to play around with. They want to have as much money in the bank as possible so they can drop the weapons to their teammates.
I mean, because if we can see 3,500 here on Hinnix, so that's going to be a rifle for at least another team.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up the scoreboard actually. See how.
Actually. I would love to see the money.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show us the money. Yeah, you can see here.
Yeah, Bjarni at 5.1 thousand. So they are going to be. He might actually potentially be able to drop like 2 FAMASs, perhaps, if they want to go for it.
I think he'd rather drop an M4, but we'll see.
He could actually buy 2 M4s there if he.
Either that or UMPs. UMPs are still powerful. The only thing that have really been nerfed about them is the effective range on damage.
Everyone still plays them.
Everyone still plays them, mainly
so
because
funny.
they're still super powerful.
Like, okay, guys, we're gonna nerf the UMP. It's being overplayed with, and then they nerf it, and everyone keeps buying it.
The only thing they reduced was, like I said before, the effective range. It's because it's still super powerful close up.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like the combat range hasn't really changed. So, well, Hinnix is going to go for a very aggressive peek. Nice shoulder peek coming in there from a man down in underground. As he's going to be forced to actually move away from this position. It's really important that he doesn't get caught out right now. Gets tagged up with a couple of the rounds coming in from that spray, but it is going to be Fletch who finishes him off. And now they all of a sudden wrestle control out of the midsection of the map. And like you were talking about earlier there, Crasher, is that this part of the map is actually so crucial. Because you lose control of this, and then, you know, the T's can go wherever they want with the bomb.
Yeah, but I kind of like this counterplay coming in from Iceland, putting 3 members on the A bomb site. So they're definitely expecting something to happen here towards A. We'll see what Norway can do. Fletch, he's kind of leading the charge here, just tossing out a Molotov, making sure that he can try and do whatever he can do, whilst the rest of his teammates are coming up to help him out. It seems like a sort of a half execute so far. They want to try and go and win the aim duels, but it is Iceland who will bring the first one. Fletch finally coming in with this refrag, and it's going to be trades left, right, and center, and Hellberg is going to fall down as well. All of a sudden, a 2-on-2 situation with Jolly and SP. Now only Jolly left to try and make something happen. Sprays a little bit through the wooden wall there. Not the wooden wall, but the metal wall. I'm actually unsure what it is, but it doesn't matter because Norway won the round.
Sheet metal?
Sheet metal. Thank you very much.
No worries, man. That's what I'm here for.
One of those moments where you're trying to figure out, wait, what's the name of that?
Like, what alloy is that?
Alloy?
Alloy. Like, what material?
Oh, okay. It's one of those moments where I really need to figure out.
You learned a new word today.
I learned a new word.
Yeah, but...
you know what I need to use more?
What?
Thesaurus. One of those words where you
thesaurus?
What?
A thesaurus?
Thesaurus? Thesaurus?
What?
It's basically the site that you get to learn more abbreviations of something.
Ah, yeah. No, it's good, man.
It's like when something is
like
cold,
what I do is like to learn new words is I just I read a lot.
It's also a good way to
like children's books.
Children's books?
I'm joking. Well, anyway, so a bit of a throwaway round, if you will. I say that, you know, but they've actually managed to find 2 kills in this and almost finishing a cast there. So again, don't underestimate those pistols, boys. I mean, I've seen so many games, you know, like across all the board, all levels of Counter-Strike, where one team is just overwhelmingly crushing the other side, and then all of a sudden a big pistol round comes on in and they lose all their guns.
Yeah, this was not one of those moments. Instead, we actually see a Mac. Not. I think they're misreading the situation somehow because Flesh is working a Mac. He has a Mac 10 instead of an AK.
Yeah, okay, and that does not really measure up very well against double AWPs. But they are going to just burst out onto this B site, and again, SP is going to play on the barrel's position, but he's going to get absolutely annihilated, and Casper is also going to find Zayoni, so they've already opened up this B site. Now, like I said, 2 men holding onto AWPs here for Iceland, but the post-plant positions right now for Norway are absolutely excellent.
Yeah, and this is the Norway I was expecting to see, is just for them to show pure dominance coming into this game. They know that they have the skill to beat Iceland. And again, it's one of those moments where you want Iceland to win because as of yet, they haven't won a single game in King of Nordic. So I'm still looking forward to their very first win. But I mean,
You know, to a certain extent, though, like if you're in that sort of position where you've, like you say, you haven't really won anything just yet, the pressure is generally on the other side more, I would say. You know, because people expect you to lose.
Oh, is that pride thing? You would say, like,
Yeah, well,
it's
I mean,
pride
yeah,
or
to
it's like...
a certain extent. But I mean, like, if everyone expects you to lose, you don't have the pressure, like, okay, we have to win, because otherwise everyone are going to, like, stop betting on us and giving us money.
Yeah, I mean, it is how it is. We'll see what happens, though. We're going to be going into the second to last round here, and
yeah, it's
we'll
see where this
happens.
goes. I mean, honestly, Norway, like I said, they started off very well. Iceland sort of swung back a little bit in terms of momentum, and then Norway manages to wrestle it back, but already Hinnix opening up the round. However, he's going to get punished hard for it. Hellberg takes him down, and Akaz as well is going to find another frag. So already the man advantage is going into the hands of Norway, and look at the way that they're just checking their angles, doing a really good job. Now Bjarni is going to find two, and he's also wrestled control of the bomb, which is great. However, the flank from Fletch is going to be able to find him, and now we are in a 2v2 situation. Weapons still favoring Norway, but remember that Akaz has been tagged up significantly, so a headshot with any gun at this point is going to be the end of him.
At this point, Norway has so many options that they can do. If they know how to use their grenades properly, they can try and fake B, they can fake A, they can, as long as they go together, I think they have a very good chance of winning.
Do you think it's better for the CTs to just split 1 and 1, or like they've done now, or just commit 2 to a side?
On overpass is actually not too bad of an idea to split up, only if you know how to position yourself on the sites. But now noise has been made towards the B bomb site, calling for the other member of Iceland to rotate down. And look at this. This is actually really good positioning coming out from one of the members there. I do believe it's SB, who is behind the sandbags. Yes, it is, and he's going to be popping out at the perfect moment. Sayani there to help him out, and that is going to be another round for Iceland. Now, as we move into the final round here of this first half, it is a very important round, not only for the game itself, but very mentally too, mainly because you want to make sure that the other team doesn't reach that double digit.
Yeah, the double digits, man. That's whenever I get broken.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, they reached double digit.
Yeah, dude,
no,
please,
no.
It's terrible. But to a certain extent, I'm always like, okay, guys, it's 9-6. We're currently losing, but they didn't get the double digits. And then, you know, because I feel too comfortable, I just leave my team into utter disaster.
It's insane how much one round can, like, mess with your head so much.
CS is, to me, you know, coming from a completely different perspective. StarCraft is a mental game, right? But CS is so in a completely different way because of the rounds being so quickly, and you've always got the ever-shifting positions, and you know the nerve. Like choking in this game is just so massive in comparison to choking in a game like StarCraft. To me,
yeah. Speaking about choking, Bjarni did a super aggressive push somewhere, and he got punished for it. Jolly is also going to get punished for it. Casper,
and that to me is sort of like a sign of like these guys right now. They're not feeling very calm in this game because they you know, as CT, if you're feeling so pressured that you actually stop pushing like this, but without the confidence that you need to make it work out, then that to me is already, you know, like a little bit of a telltale sign that where they are in the mental game.
Yeah. We'll see, though, if they can manage to recover from it. It is still 3 members left for Iceland. And we'll see. Sione actually doing a really good peek here. Nice timing coming in from him, and that signals the push for the Norwegian team. They have to take over this side quickly, otherwise it's going to spell their doom for this round. Chris coming in with 1 frag, Hellberg with another, leaving Hinnix, and he's going to fall down immediately. Good 2 frags coming in from Hellberg, and that, ladies and gentlemen, means that Norway, they won this first half. But we're going to take a quick break here, so make sure that you stay tuned, because we will be right back with the second half.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
ladies and gentlemen, with the soon-to-be adopted parents, because one of our main casters couldn't be here today. And that means, you know, me and Tenchi here, we're going to be forced to do a little bit of parenting to our dear Volti.
I don't want to.
You know what?
I refuse.
Dude, you can't leave this all on me.
I'm too young for this, man.
So
I made a vow that I was not going to have kids until I was like 30.
Sometimes...
And I had a stable house, I had my own car and a nice dog. I have the dog and the house.
Sometimes...
I don't have the car, and I'm not 30.
Sometimes you're just gonna have to grow up very quickly and realize that sometimes life doesn't work the way you want it to.
I pay taxes, okay? I think that's adult enough for at least another 5 years, okay? I don't need another layer of this. There's just already too much bullshit, man, in growing up. It's too much. And now you're gonna throw this on me? An adoptive son? Like, okay, I'll give it to you. You know, he's good at casting CS. He's sort of got his mind in the right place. Yeah. I'll give you that. And he's pretty cool in real life as well.
He is.
And he's got nice hair.
I mean, we're going to have to talk about this
and
a
he lives on
later.
a nice island, I'm not going to complain anymore.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about this a little bit later, though, because immediately the round's starting here, and it is Chris on the Norwegian side who's going to get 2 quick frags, but it is a bomb plan for Iceland, though. It seems like they're not going to be able to hold this one off. It is going to be Chris getting the last frag, a triple for him as they take the first round.
The overpass pistol massacre.
Yep. I mean, Iceland did get the bomb plant, though, so that means a little bit more money in the bank. They can save this one fully and then buy weapons next round.
I mean, it's always nice to be able to get yourself those rifles coming into the 3rd round. However, again, like we've seen this already. It's so funny, man. I haven't been in CS for very long, but already I've witnessed a lot of these things together with you, where we're like, you know, they're going to have some money, but at the end of the day, everything that matters are, you know, how many rounds can you get on the board? And that's what it's all about. And Norway right now, they've consistently just been out-aiming their opponents just when it comes down to the raw aim of the game.
Ooh, this is going to be tense now because Iceland, they want to make a fast push up towards the middle. And Fletch is going to be the first one falling, but Hellberg is there together with Casper to shut some of them down immediately. The bomb has been dropped in a position that is not favorable for Iceland. Casper, he's going to try and find someone here with his M4A4. Does find one, leaving Jolly and SB down in a 2-on-4, and that is going to be none left for the Icelandic team as Casper and Hellberg, they're going to be out there chasing for them eco frags, mainly because they want a little bit more money in the back, especially as we go into the first weapon round of the second half.
Yeah, really clean round there from Norway yet again, and they've just been able to sort of keep it very clean, very concise. A lot of these rounds, I feel that, you know, when you're at the point of no return, where everything is on the brink of just falling apart, Norway keeps it together. And like that really shows itself, as you can see. 12-5 right now is the scoreline. Hellberg is going to go for that peak. Already find the kill onto Yoli. And just this really does so much for Iceland as the T side. Losing a second man as well. SB going to go down. Man, this is just a terrible start. And like I said, you know, even though they have the AKs, they don't seem to matter.
Yeah, I mean, Norway, they're just there. They're taking it easy. They know how to play this game, and they're not afraid of really overstepping their boundaries. I mean, technically, you would talk about a certain line on the map. Like, this line is their territory.
Yeah, exactly.
And behind it, it's our territory.
I love the way you think sometimes, Crash. It's just like you...
It's just that point right there. In Underground, usually you just stay by the stairs as CT and just make sure that no one is going to be showing up there. Instead... Hellberg, he's there, and he's taking a quick frag or two.
He crosses it, man.
And
we call it the thin red line.
Yeah, they're not afraid of taking control over the map, and it definitely pays off for Norway because Iceland doesn't have a response to Norway's aggression. Even though they're on the defending side, Iceland, it looked like the roles are reversed. It's like we're still playing the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Iceland may have all the strong men and the strongest men in the world, but it doesn't matter when your enemy is just spraying bullets at you, man.
Yeah. I mean, somehow Bjarne still finds one.
Yeah, but look at this. He gets tagged right away in the head. Now he doesn't really have all too much that he can do in this round. He's even going to make a little bit of noise here in the bathrooms area, and you can see Hellberg. He's holding the angle. He's going to find him. That is it. And that's a gun round out of the hands. And now Iceland, even though they are going to get a little bit of money here for the round loss bonus, it's not anything substantial. So, you know, it should be a full eco coming out of them. And then, you know, going up to the 14th round here for Norway, to me, this kind of just looks like an game, honestly.
Yeah, we're gonna see how things will play out. What do you guys think?
They're actually buying.
Yeah, they're buying a couple of pistols. That's all they're gonna buy because next round they're gonna have weapons. But what do you guys think about this match? Make sure that you tweet to us at #KingofNordic, especially as Hellberg here. He's definitely thinking that this match is his, but it's theirs to lose because Hiddix is going to find a frag together with the help of SB. We'll see what Iceland can do now that they've picked up a weapon. They still don't have any armor. They have to be careful of the aim punch coming in when those M4s come into play, especially as Fletch, together with a teammate of his own, Hellberg, is going to find a frag on Jolly. And again, the bomb has been dropped in a position that is not favorable for Iceland. Now they have to recover the bomb, and they have to find the time to get onto one of the bomb sites. He's just not really finding it. Fletch, I think he's just spotted a little bit of the outline of one of the Icelandic members, and he's in a really good position to find at least one frag. We'll see what happens. Fletch comes in with one. Chris from behind is going to get the flank, but SB now left alone, and that is going to be his hopes and dreams ruined by the Norwegian aggression.
Very rough round there. Could have definitely tipped into their favor.
I mean, some people do like it rough, but I mean, man, please, Iceland,
you know, it's
not this rough.
like I said, it's kind of similar to that, like I was talking about before. It's about sort of controlled aggression, you know? Like like you say, sometimes it's all about that.
You were talking about taste, too.
Yeah, you know, you take the rough loving, but sometimes you want it gently and nicely, sort of, you know?
Somehow
like,
I get reminded of a Tenacious D song.
Oh, yeah. You could kind of say that. I don't know how PG we are on this stream.
I mean...
Are we relatively...
I mean,
can I say it?
Oh, yeah.
Can I say it? Okay. Norway are just fucking Iceland very gently right now. That's kind of what we're witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen. Because, you know, I can really relate to being in this position, you know, getting shagged very gently. It's because my aim is terrible in Counter-Strike. And Norway just have it, man. They have it in the bag, 15-5. And that is going to be the last round, really, where Iceland have any opportunity to tie things together. Now, they are going to be able to squeeze in a couple of guns here, but it's still very, very bare bones. As you can see, AK's on 3 members, but so many of them lacking that basic utility.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say that this match is kind of like...
Was that really okay for me to say?
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't already. I would like to say that this is perhaps the final round, but it is at least a very important round for Norway because they want to move on with this one. It is 15-5, and Iceland, they're going to make a quick push into the B bomb side, but it's not going to happen as Aegis. He's going to find one, but Siona gets the refrag. Now Chris coming in with the second one, and all of a sudden it's turned into a very messy situation for Iceland with only 2 members left, 1 member left. He's going to try and make something happen on this situation. He finds the first one, but he's going to get taken out by Fletch, and that is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. It is Norway who's going to advance on to the next round of King of Nordic.
Nice. Well done. I'm solemnly impressed.
I turned into a 30s horse racing commentator.
That wasn't too bad. You know, maybe that was maybe that's the use, you know, that we have for you. We put you in a time machine and send you back. Can do that. But yeah, so Norway are going to take that 16-5 dominating performance, and I mean, like we said before, we were sort of touching upon this during the game, guys. If you just tuned in, you just missed that series or that set. Yeah. Norway,
I would like
they did live up to our expectations. Not initially, but they did come back into it.
A bit of a slow start, basically.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
What it was. I would like to say that this...
It's like a cold engine on a cold Norwegian winter day.
Exactly.
You have to rev it up and let it run for 30 minutes.
Somehow, I would like to say that this kind of reminds me of House of Cards. Have you seen that show?
I haven't. Can people please stop talking about House of Cards?
Basically, it's a really good storyline.
No, but please.
It's always messy solutions.
Yes, that's fine. I work in esports. I'm used to messy solutions.
You can say that again.
So
Oh my god.
But yeah, you know, I plan to watch that show. I'm the kind of guy who, like, I wait until it's done and they just binge all of it in like one day.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for House of Cards to sort of wrap up, or is it already?
I mean, season 5 is out.
Yeah, exactly, guys. So I'm not gonna. It's gonna be another 2 years until I watch House of Cards. Let's be real. But yeah, so that's the first one. Keep those tweets coming at us, by the way, at King of Nordic, guys, because so far the first game, even though it was a little bit of a slow start there, did ramp up the action, and we have a couple of. We have 1 or 2 more series to go here tonight.
Yeah, we actually have. It's going to be exciting to see because now Norway, they're going to be facing off against the winners of the other matchup. We will see in a short moment who it is, but first we are going to throw it over to the host, but not before we do the congratulations, of course. So Norway, here's our congratulations to you for moving onwards.
Are we waiting for anything?
Yes, we are.
So you.
Gentlemen, we are.
Wow, Norway, you did it. I'm incredibly proud of you guys. I can't say that you were the expected winner tonight. There were a lot of people hoping for it. I saw it on Twitter. Saw some. We'll see what you guys can pull off tonight. As much as I want Sweden to get this 8 in a row and make history, I kind of want you to squash their hopes and dreams. There was a little Dr. Evil thing going on. I don't think I did it so well, but, at least I did the pranky thing. Well, good job. Once again, thanks again for anybody who participated in Birdie, competed, or did the do, just hung out with us. I wasn't there. Maybe I'll be there next year, but I know that Crowns really held it down. I saw you all carrying that big check that we tried to tear apart. I actually broke a table last time I held that check. Yeah, it's true. I broke a table. Wasn't a strong table. It was a 2-legged table that turned into a 1-legged table. But yeah, let's show some of the good stuff that happened last week. Let's go to the highlight reel.
After the first shot was whiffed, he just got the crap out. Nice shot from Poobity though. These are the eggs of practice. They say that MWC has to clutch this one or his team is out of the tournament. Beautiful start of things. He's got a nice deke and now he's got an
frag. That's going to equalize it back to a 4-on-4. However, 4-5's pushed up all the way. They weren't expecting that. More than please go ahead and do so. You have it right there. Hashtag King of Nordic. Communicate with the captains. No, that. Oh, he did the. Yeah.
Flashing rain.
Here comes a shot from Arnold with a 2-frack down, and the round is won. It's got to
as well, just to equalize the 3-on-3 situation. 4-5 setting.
What is going on? Are you kidding me?
Or actually, there you have it. The Mac 10 is going to go in for 3-4 fracks. He's going in for the 5th. What is going on? They're just giving it away. That's that.
got plenty of time left if they want to rotate if they should choose so, but they wouldn't. And then Forfeit comes in with 2 nice frags. There's serious help him out as well.
Then the Eagles can do theirs. Actually, pardon me for that again. Crizer will be going in for the entry. Dorsum will be going in for not only one, going in for 2, going in for 3. Fighting for that 4th and will be taking it home lethal. The player is low, but he's actually not. And Freddy Frog can take these duels without any HP being lost. Actually, it has 36 HP remaining, but
Ding down 5 of them. Well, 4 of them as I say that because Tabs helps him out with a nice little shot there. Frag comes in, 1 more for
That's
Tabs.
That's going to be Peeker's advantage for him, obviously. On the back, though, you've got Freddy Frog. Potentially, is he going to go for the knife?
Go for it, dude. Go for it.
It would be the best thing to do. Anyways, X-Gamer was, what am I saying? Freddy Frog. He's got to go in for a triple frag. That's going to be a 4th any second, I believe, with the deal. He's got the bomb literally in front of him. He's going to go in for it. The ace is there, ladies and gentlemen. 6-4. Sweden.
With a nice shot there. It's going to be brought down by Forfeit, though. It's a back and forth here as Freddy finds 1 more.
Oh my God!
Well, he will be in the end, though, but Tabs will take 1 down, and here goes the last one.
Wow, that was cool. Always like seeing those clips, you know. It's always hard to stay super focused throughout your entire matches, but those condensed bits of action, they really get me going personally. If you would like to offer me a position on your team when you join soon onto our tournaments, just get a hold of me on Twitter. I'm available. I'm ready for some CS:GO action, or not. But still, if you and your friends would like to join, you just have to check out this video, and Boogie will tell you how.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
So, that's how. That's all you need to know, except for, if you didn't know, he messed up. I'm still dying to just edit in like a really loud, like, you and 4 friends, you know, just like super badly edited. Why, yes. Squirrel or Chipmunk or whatever that was. There are other tournaments that you could join. We have a Fade Case tournament, which you can check out on Mondays and this Monday and Tuesday coming up, the 5th and 6th of June. It's a knives only tournament. It's pretty rad. In addition to grenades. Sorry. So knives and grenades. It sounds like a good time, right? I mean, I'd like to toy around with that. It's a winner-takes-all tournament. 2,000 euros is the prize. Should be kind of exciting. It's called the Fade Case Tournament, and here's a clip.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Welcome back. I would love to see more on Twitter. Throw out those tweets. I want to hear more from you guys. I always enjoy a little bit of action, something popping up on the screen like that. King of Nordic. There we go. There it is. That's all you need to follow. I should be pointing there. You get the point. Send us your tweets, whatever you'd like to do. Any ideas or concepts that we need to start exploring, you just let us know. We are also going public So there are options to buy stocks as well if you're interested in being a real invested member of our team. There is a website. You can check out all the details on esenesports.com. Please check out any questions. It can be answered there. All kinds of fun stuff coming up around here. There's a little clip. Check it out, please.
For the past couple of years, esports has been blowing up like crazy. Did you know that right now there's actually more people watching esports rather than traditional sports? And there's a lot of signs, all of them pointing towards the fact that this is just the beginning. Experts have predicted that the amount of esports viewers will increase from 323 to 589 million viewers in the year 2020. And we want to be a part of that adventure. And of course, we want to do our part in order for that to happen. More specifically, we're doing that through our own tournaments, different events, and our own self-made content specifically made for our audience. I mean, it's all happening in esports right now. The timing is perfect, and we believe that esports has the potential to become the biggest sport in the world. So if you're an esports fan just like us, join us on this adventure and invest in ESEN Esports. For more information, go to our website, www.esenesports.com.
Are you interested? Do you want these? All you gotta do is check out our Facebook page, give us a like on the post, give us a like on the page, and tell us why you deserve it, as well as tagging Logitech G. There are 2 winners, just like there's 2 mouse pads. And if you do it correctly, just as the world wants you to, you have a chance at winning one of those. There have been only 2 casters, and during our first match, I believe we will be having 3. Nope. I just got noped. I just got noped. So it's, yep, still sticking with 2 casters tonight. Maybe the next final round we'll get 3. We'll see what happens. We please as well on Twitter, please send us your suggestions on how we should be picking the map. We will not be playing Overpass again tonight, but whatever happens when I spin this wheel, except for Overpass, we'll be playing it. And look, it's party time, people. Wow! Cash. Boom.
together with Robin. This is the King of Nordic, guys. It's Friday evening here in Stockholm, Sweden, and we're having a blast. So far, we just witnessed the first game with Norway just crushing Iceland, 16-5 on overpass, and we're getting ready for the next series coming up here.
Yeah, and Norway, they're proven to have a lot of skill behind their name, the new lineup from Demise, and they actually had an article in Gamer.no.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were speaking about how they're actually really hungry. And in the Norwegian scene, apparently, the people around there, they have pretty short-term teams. I think the quote was from Akis, the captain, was that people change teams as often as they change socks.
So every, 4 days then?
You change socks
I'm just joking.
every 4 days?
I'm joking.
Oh my god, man. Please.
It's funny, man. We said, we just, had the same sort of thing being said earlier today when I was casting. But we were saying, changes names as often as he changes underwear.
Oh my. And you only change underwear every 4th day?
I think that guy changed his name every 6 months. So
shit.
We were sort of like, whoa. But yeah,
All right.
we're coming into this next one, guys, and I think it's going to be on Cash.
Yeah, it is.
One of my favorite maps. It's a tough one to crack, but
I mean, Cash used to be one of my favorite maps.
it used to be. Why
It
is
used
it
to
not
be.
your
I mean,
favorite map anymore?
I don't know. Somehow after the thing that I participated in, the
Oh, that
community
question.
challenge.
Wait, did you
with,
play on Cash? Is that where you did
1745? Yes.
Yes. I didn't even have to think. I don't even have to do this anymore, guys. I can just
It's
sort of
just auto.
throw my arms up and he'll do it for me. I'm like, hey, what was that game where you did really poorly where you were playing with Michael Elliott? He's like, bop, 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 bop.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for making my
But
job
is
a
it-
lot easier.
Yeah. I always try to please. That's just how I am. But
You're a good lad.
thank you. I try. But anyway, like we said before, it is Cash. It is, despite the fact that, it might not be the favorite map anymore for me, it is still a very good map. I still enjoy to play on it. And we're going to see how the teams will mesh up against one another here. We're going to start off with the rosters. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Norwegian side of things. So for Norway, it is Chris Sandvar.
Isn't this the team we just casted?
Yes, it is.
Are they going to play again?
Yeah, they're gonna play again. They
Whoa.
won. That's why. So again, Chris Sandvar. Then we have Christian Akes Kornbach, Snorre Fletch Granerud, Kasper Lovold, and last but not least, Kristoffer Hellberg Andersen.
I like the way you said that. Løvold. Kasper Løvold. Sounded spot on, man. It wasn't as terrible as the Icelandic attempt of us to read Icelandic names.
It is really difficult to read the Icelandic names.
Oh,
and
God,
I'm
yeah.
sorry if I butchered any of those
we
names,
both
by
did,
the way.
man. We're both culprits in this one. But yeah, let's swing it over to the other side of things, because obviously they are going to go up against the notorious Danes. So it is going to be Mads Hag Hauge, Benjamin Sunshine Nielsen, Christopher Armand, Sebastian Clark, Christian Luxo Banyas.
I think I recognize some of these names. I do believe I've seen Hug and Clark play here
Clark
before.
as in Clark Kent?
I mean, he's Superman?
Is he?
I don't know. We'll find out in this game.
He looks
if
very
he's-
handsome. He's got a very sort of defined jawline.
True. The true marks of a superhero.
Truly, man.
The jawline.
It's really important.
It is.
It is really important. If you look at all the Marvel heroes, man.
strong jawlines.
Yes. Bruce Wayne, Logan, Magneto.
True.
I was going to say Deadpool.
Yeah.
No.
But I do believe I've
Unfair.
seen them play here before in King of Nordic. If not, I've definitely seen them elsewhere on the internet playing really good Counter-Strike. So I'm looking forward to see what they can do here against Norway. And we're going to be playing on Cash.
Yeah.
So what do you say about we jump into the game?
Yes.
We see what's going
Let's do
on
that,
there.
guys. So, Cash to me, I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship to this map because, while there are certain maps that are very, it's very defined, to say the least, if most people would consider them CT or T-sided. This one, I think, is a little bit of a blender because it all comes down a lot to how the teams execute on the sides. What kind of strategy are we going to see? Are we going to see a terrorist team that focus a lot on taking mid control, for instance? And, one of my prime examples that I always think about when I look at this map for a strong T side, I think is 2015 NIP, because they played a really sick T-side on Cash specifically. Very methodical, very slow. I might, maybe I'm mixing up the names of another team, but I'm 100% sure there was at the highest tiers of play, you know, like, and they just displayed a completely new, very fresh way to approach this map, whereas most people would just go for very standardized executes, whereas the other idea would be to be a little bit more technical, you know, boost 2 guys in mid, send another through mid, and then 2 guys go B main, for instance, you know, go for these sort of interesting splits, per se. So I think a lot of that is just going to come down to basically how the T side decides to play things out, and as we are coming into the knife round, Crasher, we'll see who decides to stay where.
Yeah, we're going to see. I have to say that looking at these nicknames, I kind of get reminded that I think I've seen more than just Hug and Clark playing here in King of Nordic. It feels like I've seen a lot of them actually playing. So if I'm wrong, please do send in tweets at King of Nordic, hashtag King of Nordic. So we're going to see. It is Norway once again who's going to pick side. Actually, no, Iceland won the knife round before, if I remember correctly. So Norway, they're going to be picking sides here. They're going to start on the CT side.
I mean, we've had a trend of this, where whoever wins the knife round does go CT, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they end up taking the first half. So we've seen a little bit of a mix. We've had like a lot of 7-8s on this map, you and I.
Yeah.
The few games we've casted together. I think like 90% of my casting has actually been done with you for this game.
It's kind of funny how we just ended up here because we were at an internet cafe where they had something and they were asking, "Hey, can you go and chat?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then you were there, and then all of a sudden,
because you were actually playing in it initially, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I knew the producer, and he PM'd me like 4 hours before the event. I was like, "Hey, do you want to come and talk about CS and get some money?" I was like, "I like money. I like CS. Hell yeah!"
Wait, they paid you?
No. I never get paid. I'm a new breed of specimen. I survive off of oxygen and
Oh my god.
goodwill.
Oh my god. Teach me, master.
I'm sorry, man. I can't.
No, it's all right.
So, you need to play StarCraft in order to attain this level of survivability that I currently enjoy.
Yeah.
Well,
jokes aside, at least you don't have to feed yourself off the salt that some CS:GO players have. So that's a good thing. I'd rather see
I have my own reserves of
salt.
salt, man. I have my own salt reserve.
Yeah, that's.
I actually have a little salt mine in the back of my house.
I think everyone has it some way or another.
Yeah,
It
no,
doesn't
absolutely.
It doesn't necessarily have to be CS:GO. It can be any other game.
Anything, yeah.
We're going to start this matchup. Norway versus Denmark, with Norway starting on the CT side. We'll see though how Denmark will plan their offensive, and it looks like they're taking it rather slowly. Actually, they're putting people in towards A main. And they have one guy pushing Vend, actually really super aggressive. We'll see, though, what Fletch can do here. He's going to be up against 3 members, and 4 members, actually. And he's going to find the first one, but gets completely flashed out, and that means Sunshine is there to get the refrag, but Casper there to help out. And it looks like they have taken over the A bomb side. Norway now have to go on the retake, try and find a way of getting up on that bomb site. We'll see. 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, 3 men left standing here for Denmark. The post-plant positions there are actually quite good. One man is going to be able to actually make it all the way into A main, but they will make that call, so they know where he's playing off of. Gets smoked off. Will find the head of Chris through the smoke, as Hellbug is going to make that push. A very bold player. We saw that on overpass, but it's not going to work out this time, but they will stick it to the bomb. And he's going to be able to get that defuse. And Sunshine will stay alive, but, you know, to his displeasure, CTs still take that round. Now, obviously, Denmark will be able to squeeze out those AKs 1 round earlier, which is nice, but we've witnessed it already, ladies and gentlemen, that even though you have the AKs in hand, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will get yourself that round on the board.
I mean, it is how it is. Denmark, though, they did get the bomb plant, like you mentioned, and that means a little bit more money in the bank. We'll see, though, how they will handle things. They have bought a couple of pistols, which they can afford with, and still afford weapons in the upcoming round. Sunshine just up on that boost, trying to look for a player with his trusted eagle in hand. But Denmark, they're, other than the boost mid, they're taking things rather slowly. They don't want to try and make any sort of unnecessary peaks on the bomb sites. Another smoke comes in, making sure that they have that vision blocked off, so no information can be gained from Denmark, but the same holds true the other way around, so that means Norway can't really get a peek into the A main. So this is actually a really good boost coming in from Denmark if they can find some member there, but none to be found. They're playing super passive, and it does look like Denmark, they want to try and make this a push happen. They want to try to make it work somehow. Going to see
Car's lining up that flash, but he's going to get caught out. No, he won't. He's actually going to flick around and get 1, 2, 3, make that 4. And this push has been completely decimated. Sunshine is, however, going to be able to come up through mid, find another frag on Hellberg, but not before he gets taken out. 4 frags, 3 to that UMP, so he just secured himself $1,800 in the bank.
Plus 3,250, so all of a sudden he's
look at
gone
his, yeah,
5,000 plus.
Ton of money, man. Whew, feels good.
So we have a pause coming in. It may be a technical one, but we can just take a look at the money that we have in front of us. So Norway, they've bought up everything with the exception of Fletch. He still has $2,550, so he can afford a bit of a SMG purchase. Oh my god, words, please. If he somehow loses the round here, together with the rest of his teammate. But Denmark, they're the ones in the position they have to win this one. Otherwise, they're going to be losing all their AKs. They're going to have to force another eco.
Yeah, it should be one, might potentially even go into a double eco, you know, depending on if they lose this one, go into a quasi-buy. I guess it all comes down to sort of what call they decide to make, and then collectively.
I mean, it's so early in the match.
That decision.
It's so early in the match. It's difficult to say where things are headed. It looks like Norway, they have a beat on things, but at the same time, we haven't seen what Denmark can really do with those rifles in hand. So this round is going to be very interesting to see how well they can utilize everything they have. They don't have that much of grenade ways, so they have to really use whatever they have. To
like what is it? I'm only counting 2 smokes actually here for Denmark, which isn't great on a map like Cash. You really want to make sure that you have enough smoke, but already Hug boosted up here. Gonna see if he can find himself a frag or 2. One man playing on sandbags. He's not going to be showing himself as another man. Going all the way up here. Really, really close. HE comes in, and that's actually a decent connection. 30 HP down, but it does give away his position. So Cole has come down, and it is going to be Fletcher, of course. And look at that. He's even got a man supporting him. Krisner from the vents. Both of those guys armed with FAMASs. And as the round has really sort of slowed down, you know, Denmark, they were sort of relying on finding that initial frag very early on in the round through the mid section of the map. And if there wasn't anyone there, they'd just jump down there, take control.
I mean, I like what Norway has done here because they have so many members in mid, they can rotate wherever they want to. They have the guy in vent, and if they need a quick rotation towards B, he's there. If they need a quick rotation towards A, they can immediately have 4 people on A in a matter of seconds. So I like what they did, but now it seems like they've gone to a more standard defense with 2 in mid, 2 on 1 bomb side. Good push coming in from Akis together with his teammate. They make sure that if one were to fall, the refrag is there. But Fletch coming in here with 1, 2, 3. A good spray down coming in here.
So sick.
Together with Chris, they get 3 men down there in mid, leaving Luxo left alone to try and clutch 1 versus 5. Gets the first frag, a good start, but that's all.
These Norwegian FAMAS 3 pieces, man.
I mean, they just keep on rolling with it. I mean, Fletch coming in here.
Sort of an overpass. Wasn't Fletch that time, one of his teammates, but now, you know, I'm just waiting for the whole full team to get a 3-man spray down with a FAMAS. Like after, like even like a fairly poor round prior to that, they're like, okay guys, we have to force up FAMASs, maybe 1 flash, and then he just goes for that 3-man spray down.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where Norway, they can't consider themselves winners until they've gone at least one
they need to get
spray down with
one dude. Like they all need to get on every single man. But now, you know, talking about spray downs, Casper going to make quick work of the Danish effort to push on forward, and going to get completely shut down. 4 rounds on the board here now for Norway, and again another great start.
You want to know how Hellberg and Casper managed to just boost themselves through that round? With a little help from their friends.
I wasn't ready for that one. that completely took me off guard.
I'm sorry.
Krista's going to get boosted up here. Walk through the flames, because he is a brave man. And they're just going to burst out here through mid. Smokes have gone down to shield their approach, as he is going to be holding that position, going for a couple of, putting rounds through the smoke there, which I think is actually a really nice little move to just sort of showcase that there might potentially be a dude there. Now, Hug is going to open things up there. Hellberg is going to get taken out in the vents. He did Casper went for the boost. But they will get the return, however, as Chris is going to, again, find another frag with that FAMAS, as we've been so heavily putting our focus on. But they have now wrestled control of this section of the map. And Hug is going to get another frag there. Pop a flash in towards CT, force Fletch out from heaven together with his Molotovs, and now they've actually done a really good job on taking control of the B side. However, Christo, that was not a duel you were supposed to be losing. 3-on-3 situation, bomb just now getting planted.
Oh, this is going to be tense now for Norway, but I mean, at the same time, the same holds true for Denmark. Christo should not have missed that spray down. Instead, he leaves his teammates in a 3-on-2, especially now as Hug got taken down. Though Clark and Luxo somehow, they find their frags and turn this into a 2-on-1. Now, Fletch the one having to clutch for his team, but none to be had. Luxo gets the last frag, putting Denmark on the board.
Clark there playing so intelligently. He knew that he had his opponent's support, or sorry, his teammate's support, and he knew that the last man was playing up on heaven, so he was just holding that position because he knows that if any other sound is made, he can just peek out really easily and potentially just end the game there. Going for the two-man spray down or shifting your target so quickly, really, really hard in that situation as a lone man on CT side. So they played that out really smartly, just the way you're supposed to.
Indeed, especially here in CSGO, you need to have not only a little bit of mechanical skills, you have to have a little bit of brain. This is especially what Norway are showing as Chris is going to jump up above the smoke and get one frag, and now Christo trying to find something here in mid is going to be a little bit of a problem. Somehow finds the frag onto Chris, but Akis is there to help him out immediately. Gets the refrag and turn this into a 4-on-3 now. Casper, he's going to get mauled out, but he's going to get the frag before he burns up. That means 3-on-2. Somehow Norway still keeping the lead, despite the fact that the situation should not have been that. Hellberg, though, falls down. A good shot coming out from Hug, meaning 2-on-2. They have the bomb site, but still a bit of a tricky situation to get out of. Still, they are on the bomb site. They get the plant. That means 40 seconds. He's going to get burned off of it. And that is going to be Agus taking down Hug now. Clark, 1-on-2, is going to push on through the smoke. This is a brilliant play coming out from him. This is so smart. I don't think they expect him to be there. He's going to find one, but he's going to go for the bad planter first.
Oh
he gets the two-man.
Clark. That was absolutely sick. I thought he was going to just get completely run over in that round, but he manages to come on through. Look at that, targeting down the man with the defuse, and then he just flicks around and finishes the job there on a cast. That was absolutely insane.
You know what that was? That was a Pasha play. That
absolutely
just brought memories from when Pasha was up there on B apps.
Yeah, Mirage did.
Yeah,
that one game.
He sees one guy, and he's deciding to just keep trigger
patience in that round, because in that sort of situation you're under so much pressure, and the fact that he managed to just keep a cool head there, so sick. Yeah. Now they are going to just walk out on the side and gun down one man, but not before they actually get traded. Chris is going to be finding a frag there with his P250. A little bit of a conundrum right now in this round, as they've already lost 2 members. Oh man, Sunshine almost going down there to the pistol of Hellberg.
Oh, this is actually really dangerous for the Danish team. They've lost 2 members already, one down on low. All Casper really needs to do is to find an AK, and all of a sudden he has all the possibilities in the world to clutch this round off. I mean, he's getting a lot of damage done towards Clark. We'll see if he can find one more member, at least. A good headshot coming in there. Sunshine is going to fall, but Clark there, ready with the AK, making sure that Denmark takes another round for them. 4-3, and we're getting closer and closer to an even score line.
Yeah, sort of a similar situation to what we saw in Overpass, actually, with the Icelandic team. That Norway coming out really strong there, clutching the first 4 rounds. And then after that, they sort of find their footing a little bit in the round, and we're seeing basically the same thing sort of play out in front of us. Now, the only thing that, should be on Denmark's mind at this point is just, keep stringing these rounds together. Think 1 round at a time. Oh, man, how did he? Hug. That is the hug of death. Akaz loses his head, and all of a sudden, that is not a great way to start this round. But the counterplay is going to be coming in now. Hellberg is going to get boosted up, but I think there's a man waiting for him, and yes, he will. Christo executes him as he pops his head over the little corner. Chris is going to go for the return. But, yeah, definitely not the start that Norway were looking for, losing that man in mid through the smoke. Oh, my God.
He was standing in the pre-fire position. Basically, he was just standing around the corner, making sure that no one was going to push out from the smoke. But instead, Hug just comes in there, and he gets the pre-fire on him. He just knows exactly what angle to pre-fire at. And that it turned from bad to worse for Norway. And Denmark, they had every single read on Norway. Now, Fletch has an op. He has to try and save it. He's just going to be cowering away, hoping that none of the Danish members are going to chase. But I mean, Denmark now, they're going to win 4 straight rounds. it wouldn't surprise me if they went on the hunt. Actually, it would be a really good idea to go on the hunt now because I think that they have a lot of money. Let's go ahead and bring up the scoreboard a little bit so we can take a look at the money. Oh, they don't have that much money. That means that they've actually...
that they've lost a lot of the members, like
Yeah,
for
exactly.
each single win that they got.
Yeah, so I mean, still Norway has been doing some decent damage to them, but they're still chasing.
Well, Norway's money is really low here. On top of that, so I think that you're right in that sense. They should probably go for the hunt. He's going to come up on him, and there he is. There we go. Sunshine is going to get the kill, secure himself an AWP, and of course the round. So very, very nice win here from Denmark. 4-4 now, as Norway are going to be getting a little bit of a monetary boost, but it's still not going to be enough to put together a concise buy. So they are going to go for the P250s, a couple of Kevlar vests, best. So it's nothing too impressive, but again, do not underestimate those pistols. So see how Denmark decides to play this one out.
Right now, it's just a straight push towards A main. We'll see what happens.
Nice
Casper
boost.
is Deagle versus Op.
One.
That is going to be the Op down. A good headshot coming out from Casper. That Deagle just proves to be too damn dangerous to deal with. We'll see what happens now as the push comes in from Denmark. Already Sunshine taking down 2 members, and that means they have an open bomb site, but the Molotov has to be extinguished before something happens. And Fletch gets the bomb planter, but not before Luxo and Hug comes in there to take a frag of their own, leaving Chris now in a 1 versus 3, but 2 members down on low HP. This is definitely possible for Chris, only if he can find at least 1 more frag, but oh, that is actually very dangerous.
This timing.
Timing. Chris is going to find the frag. He's going to find the frag, and he's going to pick up the AK. That means he still has 2 more members to fight through, but the bomb is ticking faster and faster. It means that at this point, he's too late to get to the bomb. Instead, he's going to go on the save, and that means 1 AK for the CTs. Now,
yeah, just holding on to that one, I think is a better choice here, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, not only because of the money situation that Norway has, but also the terrorist weaponry is a lot stronger than the CTs. Man,
I mean, you have the benefit of the one-tap headshot kill, basically. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. But again, I just want to point out that Denmark, again, lost 3 members of their team. They are building a little bit of bank down too. That's Luxo and Hug. There's a fair amount of money. But the other 3, as you can see, I mean, they've been forced to rebuy guns and equipment every single round, so they still don't really have a substantial amount of cash to work with. Now, Norway will be able to go for a big buy this round. AWP in the hands of Fletch. See if he can make something happen. Again, he's going to be holding that angle, and there we are. He smashes Christo out of this world.
Yeah, and that's...
AWP... Oh, it's going to stay up there. So if they want to recover that one, they will have to go for the boost. Almost landing that wall bang would have been so cheeky. But, yeah, now Norway, again, see if they can find their stride, just like they did there on Overpass after letting Iceland get together a couple of rounds.
I mean, Norway are definitely more careful of what's going on now. They're putting 3 members on a side, and they've been doing that now for quite a while already. We're 40 seconds into the round. Denmark, they're just taking it slow towards the A main there. I mean, Norway, they're finally starting to realize that they have to switch something around, so the call for 3 members on a bomb site is there. The
spots it out.
One out.
Yeah, this is really important. Akaz there, playing so smartly, jumping up and down. And now, as you can see, a couple of flashbangs raining on in, and they will be able to catch one. He was hard peeking towards the forklift there. Akaz going to get another kill, but not before he gets taken out. However, the return frag is there, and now it's all up to Clark. He's got an AK to work with, a little bit of utility, but he is stuck in mid, and the bomb control is in the hands of Norway. This should be unwinnable, and there it is. Hellbug will close out the round. And the scoreline is 5-5. Norway will equalize yet again.
I mean, it was a sloppy round from Denmark, in my opinion. Losing that member on boost, the very first thing that happens. No flashes, no grenades, nothing to help him out. They're just boosting him up.
It wasn't even like a controlled peek, you know? He just walked up.
Yeah, exactly. He was hoping to get like a fast peek somewhere, but I mean, that op there on Fletch, I think it's something that they should have recognized, that they should have predicted at the very least, that, oh, they're going to have something in mid. Instead, he's just gonna go out there full pug style, and he's gonna get punished for it.
Yeah, he definitely did. Anyway, a little bit of a slower round coming in here now from Denmark. As you can see, they've actually put up 4 guys towards mid and B main. 3 actually towards B main. So just gonna be holding on the other side of the smoke. See if there are any pushes coming through. Now, one man. They've actually not even put anyone in the checkers area. So as you can see, Norway are holding a very sort of well-supported setup, so they can always crossfire one another or peek out and support their teammates. And I do like it that they're both playing on these angles, because they're initially the same. So
Wait,
we'll
the
see. Some utilities are going to rain on in. That's a very good molly as well, together with the flashbang. So as you can see, it is going to slow things down for Denmark yet again. But I do believe that they are going to go for the hard execute here on towards B, but not if Hug gets legged like that to start the round off.
They're going to be scared now a little bit, to say the least, but it's not going to stop them completely from trying to take over the B-bomb side. But Sunshine coming in with a good entry, though Casper's there to get the refrag immediately. Now he's the only one man on the B-bomb side, trying to defend this as long as he possibly can. Now Clark comes in and deals the finishing blow to him. That means Akes, or Akes. I still don't know. How do we pronounce that one? It doesn't matter for this time now, because Akes and Chris, they're going to try and get the retake on the B-bomb sites. There's still Clark and Hug, the ones to try and defend it. With the bomb taken away, every second that's wasted, it means less time for Norway to get in there and try to get the defuse, but it doesn't matter. Clark gets the first one. Now it's all up to Akes, and he has an AK, and he would very much love to save it, I would presume, but it looks like he wants to try and make something happen with it, but Crystal coming in with a flank here.
Yeah, there we go.
Last frag.
Gets smashed in the head face with a 7.62 round, and he will recover the AWP. And again, both of these teams just trading rounds left and right.
Okay. Yeah, so you remember we were talking about pronouncing a certain name somehow? We're going to have that discussion again. How do we pronounce that?
Akers.
Akes.
Yeah, Akers.
Akes. Okay.
To me, it's really weird that you say YZN, because I've always heard him just say Uzen. Like when he, like all of his fans on his stream, he's like, yeah, Uzen, but never YZN, not like all the letters like one by one. I've never heard that before. You're the first person who says it that way. So maybe you're wrong.
Maybe, or everyone else is wrong.
Exactly. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're just the genius, you know?
Yeah.
All of us plebs, us peasants.
Yeah. I mean,
we just don't understand. Anyway, oh god.
Speaking about not understanding,
that could have definitely been really messy, but they are going to be able to just very easily shut that down now. As this pistol round, shouldn't be able to achieve all too much, as you can see. Christo just really quick on just flicking around, finding that kill, going to flush himself through. Now this might be a little bit of an overextension, as Akers is going to find him. Shoot him in the back of the head. NKVD style, and Chris comes through the vent as well, into the muzzle of Hug. Fletch, however, look at these, made his way all the back through T-spawn. Should not expect... Oh, that is so unfortunate. That little jump, actually really nice, that he sort of has the forethought to think about things like that.
Yeah, I just had to say that I did not like the play of Christo. There's no reason for him to overextend like he did. Oh, yeah, no. Because they have the advantage, they have the open hand, they have utility. Just stay on side and try to defend it from there. You have so much utility. And actually, look at this. Fletch is going to try to go for a weapon at the very least. For a moment, I thought he was going to go for the defuse. Then I remembered, oh, wait, he doesn't have a kit and there's not enough time.
But if he would have had one there and gone for it, that would have been the sickest win. But
it Denmark
nice. Now, look at this. They are 7 rounds up. And, they take this one. Going to start running away a little bit with, and we said this at the start here, Crasher, that we've seen this consistently, a lot of 8-7s on this map. In favor of what team? That remains to be seen, but for now, it definitely looks as if Denmark are poised to win this first half.
Yeah, a good shot there from Christo, just goes out and peek out Fletch. And that signals for the rest of the Danish team to move in towards the B-bomb side, but not before Helberg gets 2 frags of his own, so at least he causes some economical damage to Denmark now, all up to Akes to try and clutch this one out. As soon as he breaks those vents open, he's going to get tagged out, but a good read, not enough though. Christo, just
he's on
7
fire
HP.
with this AWP.
Yeah, 7 HP, just one more shot needed. But didn't quite get it, so he's there.
When you don't aim for the head, man.
It's one of those moments where crosshair placement really comes into play. Mainly because if you know exactly where to peek when they just walk out, you're guaranteed to get at least one headshot.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other rounds don't really matter where they hit. But I mean, Counter-Strike is a game of no prisoners. You go for the head, man.
Exactly.
It's not like we're kneecapping people here, unless you're like in Silver 4, because everyone in Silver 4 aims at the knees. I've seen that, man. I used to aim at the knees. I sometimes still aim at the knees,
You still aim at the knees?
Yes, sometimes.
Oh my god, sir. When we
I'm probably the most boosted player.
I'm going to teach you all about crosshair placement.
I'm the most boosted player in Counter-Strike history.
I will not tolerate bad crosshair placement when you're playing with me. So we're gonna go to aimbots. I'm gonna show you how to aim at the head properly.
I'm joking. I'm actually not 10 million% terrible. I'm only 9.999 million% terrible.
That's not good enough.
Okay. So it's Don't bust my balls here, man.
Yeah. But speaking about passing balls, all of a sudden Norway somehow managed to get it into a 3-on-2, and now they have the advantage on this retake. They're going to be pushing in quite hard.
Ooh, that's a really good flash, though, to lock things down. And Casper does give away his position. Well, with the pre-spray coming in, and they will actually be able to somehow piece together this round. Crasher, okay, 6-7. 8-7. Here we go.
Casper getting 4 frags. That is insanely
That is
well done by
really
him.
good. But yeah, 8-7. I'm calling it now. Norway are going to take the next one, and we're going to have an 8-7 like we've had like 3 or 4 times
Oh my
that
god.
we've costed this map. Every single time.
We're
Except
gonna
that one time that it was 16-0.
Yeah, I remember that match all too well. That was kind of a bummer that the opposing team didn't get a single round. But this is not that match. This is Norway versus Denmark, and we are having the score of 6-8 in favor of Denmark. They only need to get 8 more rounds to win this match, but still, it's CSGO. Anything can happen. A good nade coming in. And Crystal, what was that?
Okay, it happens. Okay, once in a game, I can accept that. Twice. Holy shit.
I mean, the first time was Hug. This time is Crystal. So definitely Denmark knows how to shoot through smokes. And you can see that he was excited
That's one
himself.
of the dangers, man, of playing versus experienced teams. You cannot take the conventional peaks. You cannot hold those conventional angles. They're just going to pre-fire you. So many people seem to forget that the smoke doesn't actually give you any actual defilade. It only obscures your position. That is all it does.
I mean, I still don't know how to react to that one, but I mean, good shot coming in from Christian nonetheless. He did get taken down though, so a 4-on-4 situation with Denmark pushing in towards this A bomb site. A good molotov coming in, making sure that Chris can't take the same position that he had before. Still, refrags coming in, and Norway have to fight a little bit more to try and hold on to the side, but I mean, Denmark's still doing a good job of taking it over. Now, Hellberg jumping around the boxes is going to get taken down in the back, leaving Fletch. Well, down buried in the dirt, 6 feet under.
Okay, Denmark managed to actually take that last round. Very high-speed execution onto the A site, and it pays off.
Yeah, you know what that's called when you predict something? Cast a curse. That's how it is. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a quick break here, but make sure that you don't click away that web browser because we will be right back. Så om du vill vända dig om, prata.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the matchup of Norway versus Denmark. In Denmark, they have 9 rounds in their luggage and definitely looking to get some more. We will see, though, how things will pan out as we switch sides here. What do you think about this matchup so far?
Well, I was expecting Norway. I mean, judging from the very start that they had, it looked very similar to Overpass, and Denmark swung back with 4-4. And it was basically just a mirrored game, but then Denmark really started running away with it. And even though Norway managed to get that one round at the very end of the first half, it still wasn't enough. So now coming up into the second half, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a conundrum because Denmark, so far, they've actually shown themselves to be extremely competent. Game sense on point for these guys.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens now. A quick smoke coming out from Norway towards middle, making sure that the vision gets a bit obscured there, but it's not going to stop Sunshine from just running out there. Instead, it is Clark who had a nade and a defuse kid already throwing away his nade, trying to get some sort of damage done somewhere on the map, but doesn't matter. Norway, they're going to be pushing up towards middle. They're going to try to find something here on highway. That signals the push for the other members to push out towards A. Gets a frag very quickly there. But it doesn't matter because Denmark somehow, they managed to get one frag and then they just fall apart. Now Hellberg trying to find the last frag onto Luxo. Luxo with the USPS. Better weapon in paper, but
insanely fast, flicking up there, finding the head of him.
I mean, the burst fire together with that is one of those moments where I think the burst fire helps. Because if you aim on the body, the recoil from the burst fire is going to help out.
The barrel climb drags the axis of fire up along your opponent. So not only are you ripping into his chest, but you also finish him off with a round to the head.
All of a sudden, your Glock becomes a chest burster.
It reminds makes me think about the Mozambique technique, if you know what that is.
I'm not quite sure.
Mozambique, it's when you put using a pistol at close range.
Oh, the triple tap? We're talking about that?
Called a Mozambique, my friend. 2 quick rounds in the chest and 1 in the head.
This is way out of my territory, man. This is way out of my territory.
Have you seen Collateral with Tom Cruise?
Long ago.
Yeah, you know, there. He does a Mozambique and he does it really well.
Oh, man.
So sick. It's in the alleyway shootout with those guys who steal his bag in the car.
Oh. I don't remember. I need to watch it again sometime.
I know that scene, man. Yo, homie, that my bag? Yeah, you want it back? And then he just kills him. Man.
Oh my god.
It puts him down in the ground. Okay, so Denmark now, they're going to have to Mozambique every single guy on the Norwegian team if they want to have a chance in this round. So let's see if they can do that, because you can see they've actually gotten some fairly decent forward positions there in the midsection, but again, just very slow-paced round coming out of Norway. And I really like this Crasher, because it's so easy to just, you know, have 1 or 2 guys walk into the pistols and then all of a sudden everything just spirals out of control. And as well as that advantage of just taking it easy, they also basically shut down any attempt at pushing for the pistol team.
Yeah, but they've wasted a lot of time on doing that. 30 seconds, they're going to have to stress things through a bit.
Fine.
They still have enough time, though. I'm going to have to rescind on that, because they still have enough time to push slowly into the side. I mean, Akis getting the first frag, Hellberg getting his second, and a good flash coming in there to help him out, meaning that Hellberg is going to find 2 now. Sunshine, the only one left. Well, there's 10 seconds. The bomb is going to get planted. It doesn't matter, though, because Chris is there, making sure that the round gets ended before the bomb plant even happens.
Yeah, so they not a single kill on the board there for them. And Norway hold on to it.
They're just taking it easy.
Yeah, no, exactly what I do. You know, that's what I'm an advocate of that.
Taking it easy?
Yeah, just like in those kinds of rounds where it's very easy to potentially throw things away, like lose a rifle or 2 and then all of a sudden the round gets turned on its head. This is nice. Gets 2 kills on the spray down with the Galil, and well, Hug will kill one of the guys on the T side with that USP. Find a head, which is very nice. Now, if Luxo can hold on to this AK, he's going to be in a good spot, and that is already a good start there. But with that frag, they do know where he is. Maybe they are going to go looking for him. We'll see. Because remember, it's still a very fragile economy round. That maybe it might not be worth it to risk losing another rifle, because at this point, Luxo could be anywhere on the map.
Yeah, I don't think Norway wants to really chase too much. It's kind of dangerous for them. You can see they're still thinking about it, because they're taking forward positions. But I mean, at the same time, they're just staying put. It's that
eternal conflict, Trash. Like, he has an AK. Do you want to take the AK from him? I don't know. Do you want to take the AK? Yeah, I want to take the AK. Yeah, but what if
what if he takes the frag?
It's always like a back and forth battle there of the consciences.
Yeah. But you can see they're a bit antsy. I think that part of them are playing like that because they just want to get out Jiggle Peek and make sure that they get the information only. But at the same time, I feel that they want to go for the chase. But a smart move from them to just stay put.
It's not going to be the case.
It's just a smart move from them to stay put and make sure that they don't risk any weapons here. Instead, it is going to be Norway getting 1 more round, but Denmark, they do get an AK out of it. I mean, here's one of those moments where it could have turned ugly, but Casper still with a good little finds 2 frags. So good on him to make sure that he still stays alive in that situation. Now, the first weapon round of this half is going to happen right here in King of Nordic. By the way, guys, if you want to communicate with us casters, make sure that you use that hashtag King of Nordic. Send us predictions about this match. Send us your suggestions about how to pick maps, or if you just want to come in with some sort of meme. It doesn't matter because we take in everything. And speaking about boo, Norway definitely boo. Because
that was messy.
A messy take into the A bomb side. They still get the plant. They still had the advantage.
I mean,
that way.
they have the control now post plant, but already a lot of utility rating on in. Let's see. Ah, Sunshine, he gets a Kaz, and he's gonna go for the second follow up. Nice, that was clean.
Good.
He
clean, easy.
A little bit of that. You know what they call it, right? Danish momentum. I'm sorry, I made that up. I guess it's kind of what they relied on when they went all the way up into Sweden.
Danish momentum?
Yeah, Danish momentum. Man.
Wait.
Never forget Stockholms blodbad, pojkar. Never forget that.
I need to brush up on my history.
Wait, you don't know about that? The bloodbath in Stockholm? Christian, the tyrant. He beheaded...
My history is
man,
bad.
I'm disappointed in you now.
My history... that's why I said I need to go and read up on this.
That's like the... One of the...
I don't remember
that's one of my
history.
favorite things, man. When it comes to the Danes.
I don't
Stockholm's
remember
blodbad. To always bring that up because it's a sensitive topic to everyone involved.
Listen.
Especially those who got beheaded.
I mean, I don't think the people that got beheaded have too much of a say, especially... How long ago was this? A couple of 100 years ago, at the very least?
Yeah, it was. But never forget. It's...
Well, there you have it, from Tenshi the man himself. Never forget, Stockholm's blodbad. And speaking about bloodbath, it is going to be one head gone.
Hey, we have to rely.
Fletch.
We have to rely on our Norwegian brethren to claim revenge here. But already, you know, they're kind of failing us, man. Maybe we should let them go. Let them float out into the sea.
Oh my! You've lost me at this point. I'm not really sure what we're talking about anymore.
No, it's kind of like, you know, if we just start shoveling away at the border, and slowly, Norway will start drifting out into the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
but you know, at the same time, maybe that's not very realistic. Much like this retake might not be very realistic.
Yeah, I mean,
they haven't found anything just yet.
I mean, they're dealing a lot of damage though. Casper down on 31 HP and Chris down on 60. I mean, it's not too bad of a opportunity for Denmark to actually make something happen. They still have 2 Molotovs on their hand. Quite a lot of time. But they can definitely do it. Christo is going to work up on the side. Dinks his own teammate, though. That is not something that you want to happen. Yeah. And that leaves him alone, and Chris is going to find a final frag.
I told you.
I mean, he dinked his teammate in the
head.
If he hadn't done that, that would have been something else.
It was 3-on-3. I said it. There was not going to be a successful retake. I called it. Because you can trust in Norway, man. To all of our Norwegian friends out there watching, hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure that you tweeted us with the hashtag King of Nordic. And, you know, I don't mind if you people roast me a little bit. I've been to Norway a couple of times. It's a lovely country. It's hell expensive.
I'm gonna have to agree with him on that. Please roast him. And Akis is going to... Now, he's going to do the same thing that Denmark did to his team plenty of times. Actually, 2 times. He's going to get a frag through the smoke.
I don't know, man. What's with these cheeky smoke kills?
I don't know.
So good.
Welcome to King of Nordic, ladies and gentlemen. People are just getting frags through smoke.
Everyone just toggles at the same time.
Maybe. Or everyone's just getting lucky at the same time. Please.
Good game sense, man.
Yeah. Please. What? That is also a sensitive subject.
Nah.
I mean,
no, to be honest, you know what? I'm going to say it here, guys. It's only sensitive to you if you're one of those people who actually cheats and toggles. If you're a good old-fashioned, straight up guy who pays his taxes, walks his dog, then if you're a good old-fashioned guy, you just sort of mow the lawn, shrimp on the barbie, have a cold brew with your lads, then no problem. But if you're one of those filthy basement-dwelling, unemployed guys,
like you,
like me, who doesn't have a real job, who talks about video games all day, then you need to rethink your life. That's all I'm saying. Not that any of these guys need to rethink their life, because they're actually really good at Counter-Strike. And that, I mean, as we've seen, is definitely a viable career. I'm looking at you, Astralis.
Oh my god. Oh, that was great. I kind of lost a lot of my momentum that I had now. I'm really not sure where to start, but I guess we're going to start with the fact that Norway has taken the lead once again in this matchup. 11-10. Casper finding some contact there. Gets first one. He's going to go for the second one. With 15 HP left, he managed to do just that. Now, they have a completely open A bomb side, but I mean, it looks like Norway, they're just going to go for the frags. Hellberg's going to find 2, and he's going to have 1 more there for the triple. And yeah, Norway gets the 12th round. We're heading into the 23rd. This looks like Norway, they're just going to roll on and get over with it.
Yeah, those are really, really, really well played. As you can see, Hellberg here, man, he's just reading this so well. They did end up losing 1 teammate there, right? But Hellberg just on the point. So quick on the return frag, and then he's going to close things out. 3 kills strung together. And now Denmark, they are going to be able to squeeze together a bye here, but at the same time, he's going to find 2 kills with that spray, and his teammate is so fast on the supportive move. However, the B site basically wide open, but not. Never mind.
It wouldn't matter anyway because the bomb was dropped in there.
Yeah, the bomb. You're very right about that. That was so fast-paced. That round was actually over in like 30 seconds. Even if it like maybe just 25, was so rapid.
It's one of those moments where the game tells you this round was finished in less than 30 seconds.
Now, the danger here, of course, is, especially so for Norway, I want to say, who managed to actually piece together a couple of rounds here onto the board on their T-side in the second half. Don't run away with this, because it's something that's so easy to do. But this is a great start. Hellberg, again, is going to find the kill onto Luxo, even tag up his teammate there, who was also playing on the B side in a supportive role. Really, really good start here now for the Norwegians. As Denmark, one man down on the CT side, really screws with your rotations.
Yeah.
See if this comes into play at all, Crasher.
I mean, definitely is going to, because Chris is going to find a frag there on the other side. And that means, oh, another one comes in. That leaves only 1 man left, and that leaves none on the A bomb side now. All up to Clark in this 1 versus 5. And you can see he's not too happy about the situation because he's moving away very slowly, trying to pray to the CSGO gods that no one is going to come and try to go for his weapon. But that's exactly what's going to happen.
It's like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park. If you don't move, he won't see you.
I mean, I think Norway are more like those raptors. And
do they have
Clark is going to go, clever girl. Because he's going to be taking... That's exactly what he said before he got eaten alive.
He did, yeah. This is true. I guess you're right. Raptors see you if you stand still.
I mean, it's one of those moments where Raptors, they're
I wonder if
beings.
we actually... I wonder how concrete that is. Like, do we actually know if a T-Rex could see you? Oh, sorry, like if you were invisible to T-Rex if you didn't move? Do we know this, like, as a cold, hard fact?
I don't think so. Because dinosaurs have been dead for ages. I don't know if we know how well they chase stuff, but it doesn't matter because Luxo is chasing the frags here. He managed to get the bomb carrier, but Clark, his teammate on B bomb side, is going to get taken out himself. So that means now Norway, they have a freeway onto the B bomb side. They're going to get the plant down, and Hug, who was coming in from the vent, he's going to get shot in the head. And that means 3 members left of Denmark, and they're going to be heading out of there, tails between their legs. And Christo on the Lark, trying to find someone here at the very least, try and cause some more economical damage for Norway, but at the end it seems like he wants to back away, try to keep his M4 safe. But Casper coming in there, gets the first one. Christo though immediately with the refrag, making sure that Norway aren't too cocky about trying to chase with those weapons, but Norway, they are paying no heed. They're going to be marching on forward, leaving Christo to get 1 more frag there. Not getting the other though, so that means Luxo, he has the op, he's going to save it. But Denmark in a dire situation because now Norway, they have those dreaded 14 rounds. Not something that you want to see as the opposing team.
And the economy for Denmark is basically shot out. They don't really have too many options. I mean, they could go for an eco here, but then after that, even the next buy that we're coming into after this round, we should be looking at a 15-11 here in favor of Norway. They're not going to be able to piece together a very complex buy. It's just going to be like SMGs, Kevlar, little bit of utility. Shouldn't be all too much.
Yeah, you know what they're stating with this? You know what they're stating with that round right there, Denmark? They want to go for overtime. They've saved up all their weapons, and that means they're just going to die like flies, leaving
You
Luxo
say that,
again.
but Luxo gets one. He misses the flick onto the second man playing. Again, gonna miss the flick attempt as he comes on through. Touchdown with the HE. And that is actually a really big loss if they wanted to force that into overtime, Crasher, losing that AWP.
Yeah, but here comes the weapon round. This is do or die now for Denmark, as they need to win this one to stay alive, to try to have a chance at facing off against our current kings, Sweden. We'll see, though, what happens. 15-11 Norway now. They're going to need to make one final push to try and win this matchup. We'll see what happens.
And again, Norway just going to be barreling down onto this B site. Now remember, we have two men playing. The supportive flashman comes on in as Luxo is going to be able to find 2 frags. But now a 2-for-2 trade has gone down. And as you can see, it still somewhat favors Denmark simply because of the HP. Or sorry, Norway because of the HP. As Fletch is going to find a frag. He should be able to land the shot onto the man on car, but he is going to miss 2 shots in a row. And now all of a sudden, 2-on-2 situation. As you can see, the HP is basically at the exact same tally for both sides. Is this a mission impossible or is it a mission possible? I don't even know at this point anymore, man.
We'll see what happens. Sunshine now, the only man left for the Danish team, and that is going to be none left for the Danish team. That means Norway with 16-11, they are going to advance and face off our current kings, Sweden.
I knew it. Norway. I trusted in you guys and you did it. I'm not disappointed in you anymore. Your pizzas and beers can cost 500 NOK. It's fine. You beat the arch enemy.
Oh my god. Well, I'm still rooting for our Swedish boys here. I mean,
Okay, yeah, of course. I mean, I'm going to support the Norwegians in their quest to dominate the Danes.
Oh,
but when it
you're
comes
talking
down
about that way.
Yeah, but
Oh,
when
I
it comes
misunderstood.
but when it comes down to the real game, Sweden versus Norway, I mean, there's only one side that we can root for, guys. I'm sorry. I'm very biased, but that's the way it's going to be. Also, I've talked about that guy there. His hair, his dulcet tones, 10 of 10. But yeah, Crasher.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, generally excellent game played out from both sides. And then after we switched sides, they managed to get the first like 2 or 3 rounds together. Norway then just kind of sort of ran away with it because I really felt as if even though Denmark were doing a fairly good job in terms of the raw dueling, their rotations and stuff like that with they got so screwed up when they lost one man early there on the CT side. And it happened time and time again.
Yeah, I think if Denmark had managed to win more rounds on the T side, I mean, they were getting some sick shots through the smokes.
Yeah.
So if they could have made more advantage of it, like make more use of it,
yeah,
I think they would have definitely gone more fair chance.
I completely agree. That's a really good point you bring up because it was like failure to capitalize on advantages. In that, but
it was one of those moments. I remember strictly that Christo, I do believe, he was up on boost and he just went out of there from nowhere. So I mean, I don't know. He went up on the boost and he got punished for it immediately.
Yeah.
So it's one of those sloppy things. Like you were talking about clean games. I mean, it was a pretty clean game overall from both sides. Like you said, it was just some of those minor mistakes that led to the demise of Denmark.
The finesse, if you will, a little bit lacking. But I do believe that we're going to be throwing it over to someone very special. It's very close to my heart.
Yeah. Just before that, we are going to congratulate Norway on advancing off to face the current king, Sweden. So after that, we're going to be head over to Coleman, and I do believe Jennifer is joining us at the couch. So Norway, this is your chance to prove that you have what it takes to take down Sweden.
Good job, guys. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see if Sweden can hold it down. We're about to make King of Nordic history. And you know what? Something else has changed tonight. I'm no longer alone. Ta-da!
Hello, guys. What's up? What's up?
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a reply. I was really trying to get some tweets out of you guys, you know? But that's okay. You know, I'll get back on the chat later. But I did see this one. This is good. You can play with me on my team. We currently have me, and a spot is open for you. Please consider. I will consider it.
How kind.
I'm honored.
What did you ask for? I wasn't here.
I was suggesting to my potential teammates that they should offer me a position on their team when they join King of Nordic.
So you're gonna join King of Nordic too?
Theoretically, it could happen. You know, I could host my own.
Yeah, but you could host, and then you just run to your computer and play.
It could be a thing. We could try and make it a thing.
Wouldn't that be like a little biased, or even more biased?
Be like, go me!
And we don't even have the American country.
But I could represent Sweden.
Yeah.
You guys are good. You guys are really good, and you've been proving it. We're proud of you.
But we do have others that can join.
Yeah. You guys stick with that, but thank you for the offer. You know, we could have made 2,000 euros, but
you're not Swedish enough.
I'm just not good enough at the game.
What does that mean?
I'm just not good enough at the game. But
that's not a valid reason. You can practice and become better.
But I won't beat this Swedish team.
It's true.
They're pretty good.
Maybe you can ask them if you can join them, or they can coach you.
That's pretty reasonable. I think I could maybe get that outcome. Whoa! I'm inciting laughter. This ain't no joke. This ain't no joke. But if you and 4 other people that are theoretically better at me at playing this game, nearly a impossible achievement. But if theoretically you have that put together, you can join us. Here's how.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
That's how. Punkt slut. Yep, that was
Correct.
right? Yeah.
You're Swedish enough.
I am. Yeah. I think I could join now. That made me eligible.
I don't know, man. I think you set the bar too high. People are gonna be afraid to join.
I mean, I don't want to scare you guys away. You know, I'm no threat. That's for sure. But
he's not a gatekeeper.
Have you thought about maybe? Have you been checking out this Fate Case tournament?
I have a little bit.
A little bit?
I have been over there on our Facebook page, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, a little stabby.
Little stabby. Next Monday and Tuesday, we're showing the qualifier.
Ooh.
And do you know that the winner actually takes it all? 2,000 euro.
Really?
Just like, right in the pocket. Right in the pocket, people.
Wow. No, I didn't know that.
I mean, cool. that's a good amount of moolah. Knives and grenades. Sounds like a knife party. Do you know that band?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. They're cool. They're cool.
I don't think we're allowed to play the song, though.
No, but
No.
you people can YouTube that.
Yeah.
Check out Knife Party. I can't really remember their main track. send us your favorite knife party track, just because we're going to promote them, because
We're not getting any.
we have no affiliation whatsoever.
We want them to sponsor us. Please come.
But it could be. Maybe our next tournament will be called that. Knife party.
Ooh, right.
Maybe they'll give us the rights.
Hope so. It would be funny.
Yeah. I think there's a little clip of what's happening there, if you're in the mood to show it. Yeah.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Everyone was in the mood to show that clip.
How fortunate.
Fortunately,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I mean, it just gave us a minute just to giggle about that last moment. But
Exactly.
we're going public.
Yeah, that's true.
We're selling stocks. This is happening. Check us out on ESENesports.com.
Have you gotten any?
I have not gotten any, but I know that we're having a party here next Friday.
Really?
Yeah,
Are we gonna like sell stock party?
the stock party.
Does sound very, yeah.
I think that's why we're celebrating. And I'm just gonna say this: you aren't invited, but you, in heart, you are.
Aren't we? Is it next Friday?
I believe so. Yeah.
So
we just heard about it.
Are they invited on stream? Like, are we having a show?
I think we'll probably go out and pull someone on the couch.
That
Not
would be
sure
so
who.
cool.
Yeah,
So they kinda are invited,
you kind
but
of
as
are invited.
spectators.
In heart. Yeah.
Like, do you want to join the party, spectator mode?
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll put on a
A GoPro
GoPro
Oh.
and roll around.
with knives. Without knives. No.
Well, maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe next week is
Guys,
knife party.
you are invited.
Vote.
didn't mean
Should we
that.
have a
No.
knife party or should we have a stock party? Tweet us.
I know which one sounds more fun.
Hashtag King of Nordic.
Yeah, talk with us.
What kind of party should we have?
Yeah. And if you want to know more about those stocks,
I have no idea where to find them. The info, that is.
on ESENesports.com.
Oh, of course.
By golly.
Oh,
Oh, I like
darn
saying
it.
that. By golly.
Darn it.
Golly gee golly. There it is.
There it is. Nice.
SN
Oh.
Esports. No. ESEN Esports.
I think whatever is fine.
So, it's going to be your turn to present these bad boys.
What?
Yeah.
Is this fantastic, flat, hard gaming mouse pads?
Mouse pads.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You just check out our Facebook page. Give us a like. Look at that. Look
Wow.
at that. Woo-wee. I want me some of that. That is what I want.
Have you already opened it?
I don't know. I didn't want to mess with someone else's mouse pad, but I guess a mouse pad can be messed with, right?
What if they want that? Then maybe they want you to sign it.
I will sign your mouse pad if in your like and why you ask me to. I will sign that because I'm not famous. And my signature is worth nothing at all.
But perhaps you will get famous, and then they have like the first signature mousepad max thingy that you ever had, and
Yeah,
then you
hey.
can sell it on eBay. For like
Maybe.
insane prices.
Maybe. Don't hold your breath, people, but I'm still willing to do it.
I heard you made music, right? Nope.
A mouse goblin.
Keep your hands off, you goblin. Go back to your cave, man.
Oh, is he a caveman?
No, go back to your
Cave, comma man.
comma man.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay, that's really nice.
And I
Mopeds.
keep trying to announce this, and I'm not going to announce it again because the 2 other times I've announced it, I've been wrong.
What
So
did you-
you get to announce this next thing.
What?
That thing.
The
Yep, that thing.
we have 3 casters tonight? Question mark? I just got here, so I'm sorry.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
I am a.
It's a yes.
It's a yes. Wow.
It's a
Okay.
yes.
So I
It's a
see.
yes.
We have Lucas and we have Robin,
Hmm?
and I think I heard Volty.
Volty
is back.
Volty is in the building. No, he's
Is
not.
he?
He's not. He's virtually in. Yeah, he's somewhere. He's in Gotland.
He's back in Gotland. That's like the other side of tiny Sweden, almost.
He's on an island,
He's on an island.
not on a boat. He's just on an island.
Okay, but we do have him.
Yeah,
for
I
casting.
just didn't want to be the one to announce that because the 2 previous times I got noped, pretty much.
Oh, so when I get here, I get to announce.
You speak the truth.
Yeah, I bring the technology, like the fixes.
I bring a whole lot of nothing.
Awesome. I like to bring stuff. That's why I'm here now.
So,
So,
another thing, you guys have literally not sent 1 map picking suggestion.
what?
I'm not disappointed. I think that you've just been collecting your thoughts and just want to send us the best idea. So, however you want us to choose, there's just been some confusion as to what is deemed okay in how to choose maps.
What? What do you mean?
Some people are suggesting that you, not exactly sure what it's called, but it's you keep taking a map away. So you ban the maps. So one team gets to take away, say, cash, and then the other team takes away cobblestone. So then you keep taking them away until you end up with 1 left. Maybe it's nuke, whatever.
So it's like band picking.
Ban, exactly.
yeah.
As opposed to at random, or maybe some people say that you can play 2 maps in a night, or whatever. We just want your suggestions. Whatever you have to say is beautiful and artistic in your own way, and we accept it here at King of Nordic.
But is the goal to remove the pizza wheel or what?
No, I don't think anyone have problems with the pizza wheel in
Because
itself.
it is fabulous.
It's just people are unsure on.
If it's rigged.
But I don't even think that's the concern. I think they just want to have more control. I've always been. It's always hard to choose like random. You're playing a game with some friends, like Super Smash Brothers Melee, or whatever, or you're choosing your character in whatever game, and you go random. Takes a little bit of guts, And I'm saying maybe some people don't have those guts. No one wants to play as Jigglypuff. Who wants to,
Why not? You can like eat people.
yeah, but it's like,
Wrong character.
Fuck.
that's
Kirby, right?
Yeah,
Kirby.
but
Both of them, like this.
I know what you mean, and I think they did too. But you know what I mean. They want to have a bit more control. But send us your ideas, guys, and let's spin this wheel. Would you like to have me on it?
Really?
We are not doing overpass, and we aren't doing cash again.
Okie dokie. Let's see what I can do.
Ooh, wow, wee, wow. What's it going to be? Looks like you're
man.
spinning it again.
Oh God. Why are you doing this to me?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, sir.
Inferno it is, guys. Have fun.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the final matchup of this evening, and also we've finally managed to get our caster here, which means essentially we are going to have to assume the responsibilities of the replacement parents.
I told you I was not up for this. It's not my thing, man. I have like 7 years to go.
Are you okay, Valti?
I'm alright over here.
Sweet.
Wait, how do I look at you? Is it that way?
That way,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
that way.
exactly. You look down upon us.
Yeah. I'm
Which
your
is weird,
god.
because usually
I've
it should
always
be
been
the
your
other
god.
way
From that
around.
golden throne of yours.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to have you here. Like we've kind of come in and very abruptly replaced you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's Boogie's taking a break, as you know.
It's not
So,
taking a break. That man is working really hard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
but
actually.
in terms of here, he's taking a he's taking a break.
He's not going to be back, guys.
It's just a day off.
It's just a day off. Yeah,
Yeah,
but you have your adopted parents here. Don't worry, we'll take good care of you.
Oh god.
Thank you.
So how are you doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's a good day. Been outside. Ate some Subway, and now I'm here. Waiting for a grand final to start. Hoping Sweden will break the record, smash that record like never before. Go on a streak from here on.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to see how that is going to happen. Now, Norway actually, did you see anything of the prior matchups?
I saw they had like in the beginning of the Icelandic game or the game against Iceland, they had some struggles, right? But then they just smashed them.
Exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see how well Norway now are going to put up against Sweden, the current kings. What do you think?
Well, I'm feeling super patriotic tonight, so I'm ready, man. I'm just going to call it Sweden 16-0. It's going to be, you know, like I was getting behind their flagship initially as they were crushing the Danes, but now this is, you know, where the true blood comes out.
Yeah, it really is. I feel Sweden's got to take this one home too.
Volti, you live in Gotland, man.
Yeah, I do.
You still have that wall to remind you what the Danes did.
So, yeah, I actually do. History, ladies and gentlemen, history. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you don't.
Exactly.
Yes. I need to brush up on my
Yeah,
history.
but man, I believe in our Swede boys, all right? Like, I really do. I think it's fine to inject a little bit of bias into a cast like this.
I mean, yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it's King of Nordic, right?
Yeah, and there can only be
Side
one
of-
king.
Yeah, and that's Sweden, obviously.
I mean, we'll see. I still think that Norway may have
hey,
some.
You know when I
sort
was
of-
going on that little like tangent, and as much as I've been complaining, like, no, I don't want to adopt Volti. Now looking at him, he's got like the wink, he's got the look, he's got the hair, he's got this little like Antonio Banderas thing going on, which is it's good.
It's,
All right.
You know it's good. You know it's good.
right. So
yeah, let's.
what do you guys think? Should we move on to the rosters?
I think that's a great idea, actually, dude.
Okay, so let's go ahead and bring up the first one. So how about Lucas? You take the Norwegian one.
Yeah, well, same old here, boys. Christian Chris Sandver, who came out strong in both of our maps that we cast here. Of course, Christian Ackers, Kornback as well, one man to deliver. Snorre Fletch Granerud, Kasper Lövold, Hellberg Kristoffer, Hellberg Andersen. And all of these guys, honestly, I think that their performance was very consistent. It was just a very even playing field. No one really sort of grabbing my attention too much because all of these guys were just really delivering at on equal terms for the whole team.
Yeah, exactly. So, of course, they're going to have some opposition to play against. So how about we let our man Volti take care of that?
Yeah, of course, and it's gonna be Sweden's team here who. I mean, they've got Freddy Frog, they've got Relaxa. Both of these players have been shown not only King of Nordic being probably more strong individually than most other players out there. But yeah, those two twins obviously playing in the team. You got Tab, Simon Felt, obviously a very good individual player together with these guys. I feel like he always is. He's part of like he kind of adapts to the way of approach that Downey does a lot of the time, who plays for Crowns right now, I think. Where he places himself in always good positions to get these frags and is very good in doing so. You got Kriya's just mad fragger for the most. That's what you can say about him. And DJL, obviously, with Loco names like Lamborghini and Loco. I mean, you never know what's going to come after that L, DJL. And tonight's probably going to be something else.
Yeah, we're going to see what both of these teams are going to do. It is Norway versus Sweden, and Norway still looking for a win here after a long time in King of Nordic. Sweden needs only one more to put themselves in the history books with 8 straight wins, and with that, the highest winning streak here at King of Nordic. So how about we jump into the game, gentlemen? What do you say about that?
I say that's a perfect thing to do.
All right, and we're going to be looking here. Both teams looking ready with 5 members on each side. And Volti, you talk to us through Inferno a little bit.
Yeah, so Inferno, obviously, one of the maps where I see the CT side as as strong as is now more and more becoming, depending on what type of team you are, you can play both sides, in my opinion, obviously. But CT side is probably more advantageous if you know how to hold, if you can back off from sides, if you can hold those crossfires and hit your shots. But T side can be just as OP. I mean, if you can cause a lot of fakes and etc., then that's.
I really want to parrot that, the narrative that you're bringing up here, Volti, because I feel that if we compare this one to the old Inferno, like clearly very CT-sided, but nowadays, I think that Inferno that we have now in the current map pool, it really just sort of makes me feel reminiscent of much a map like Cash. It all comes down more to how the teams decide to execute things. Like, are we going to see a very focused mid play? Banana has been widened a little bit now, so you have more potential as a T side to make the push come through there. So I think it's going to be a very interesting map to sort of end things on here tonight. And, again, I'm really glad you're back here with us, Volti, because it feels as if, like, the entire evening, man, it's been going very quickly. I've had a good time, but it's somewhat felt out of place. So it's good to have you back.
Yeah.
All right, it's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Yeah, I have to agree. Now, Norway coming in with the knife again. They get to pick sides, and it seems like they want to switch things around. They're going to be starting on the CT side. And, again, you guys were talking about this map being a bit more balanced nowadays. I'm still thinking that CTs, they have a bit of a more advantage, mainly because it's just the natural defender's advantage that you have on all of the maps. So I'm thinking that Norway, they picked the right side to start on, with every one of them buying armor. So they're going to be going for those one-taps here. Sweden, and I have to be careful, but they're going to be doing a quick push here on second mid.
All right, and they're going to be moving up towards that A side eventually. Now the CT side currently just playing for the retake. Eventually are going to get out there from long. And as the people get out into the field, I'm not really sure what's going on over there. It's going to be DJL going in for a frag. Fletch will be going down. Casper as well together with him. And reply frags are coming in from both of the teams right here. But DJL going wild. What is going on? That is not just a few frags. That is a greater amount than I'd ever expect from him. What? All right, so it's a one-on-one situation. Aches going to be facing him. And DJL just waiting this one out. Obviously, he's on the T side, so time's going to pressure him. Moving over towards B, he could bring himself an advantage. But then again, he doesn't know Aches moving over there.
Oh, this is a bit of a both members trying to mind game one another, but it is going to be Aches. X, he's going to be the one with the advantage, trying to find someone in the back, but DJL somehow manages to find the frag, just turns around.
Yeah, that's crazy. Massive advantage there for Norway, because you hear the man coming down Speedway, really easy. He lets him cross over onto the site itself, but then he somehow loses that. Even put a couple of rounds in the back of him. I can't believe that he actually let that one slip between his fingers, because that was supposed to be a round for Norway. So Sweden will take home the pistol after they really have to toil through that one. Really, really rough.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at how Sweden are going to take this one on now, with Norway buying up a couple of pistols. Freddy Frog with a cheeky jump.
He is going to get punished for it, but what an absolute monster.
Yeah. DGL, he's going to find a second frag now. With Norway, they're trying to rotate around, but I mean, at this point, they only have pistols. Good shot coming in from Tabs. He's going to find another one. That means Casper, he's the one behind. He's going to get tagged down and shot up. Fletch, though, with the USPS, finds one frag, but that is going to be Tabs finishing that round off.
And again, we were talking about how this map all in all has become more T-sided / CT-sided, depending on what you think, obviously. I feel like, arguing for the T side a little bit more is the perfect thing to do here, because you're looking at Banana, for example, where it's a lot wider than it was earlier. Not only a lot wider just in the very Banana or just in the very Banana raceway or whatever you want to call it, actually all the way up and even in the entrance to the B side. What is going on here? Freddy Frog going on a slaughter.
An absolute tear.
Yeah, that was quicker than I'd ever see anything coming. All right, Aches will be going in for the frag on DJL, but Freddy Frog will be going for the ace. Can we get that ace boom?
That was, boom. I mean, he was completely flashed. Just holds down the trigger. Easy peasy. Now, bear in mind, they were up against pistols, mostly, Swing! Yeah, but mostly no armor. So anyway, coming into the first serious gun round, Sweden going for the double AWP setup here. This is actually very interesting, a little bit unorthodox. You usually don't see more than one AWP on the T side, so kind of keen to see what they have in store for this. It is going to give them a lot of potential to open things up, but then of course it's a little harder to go for the hard, fast entries onto each individual site. But for now, it's a little bit of a slower round, as utility has been raining down from both sides. They are going to be cleaning those angles. As Tams is, again, he's so far we've seen him to be a very forward player, always taking those positions like you just mentioned there, Volty. Really glad to see that he's living up to those expectations.
I mean, I have to say, though, that, we've seen Sweden several times before here on King of Nordic playing that double op setup. They definitely know how to play with it, just take advantage of the power of those ops. We'll have to see, though, how Norway will tackle this situation. I mean, they should have had a lot of time to actually read up on what Sweden does. I mean, with 7 times prior to this, they should have a lot of information to go off on. So, again, though, they haven't really been playing Inferno that much. So, it turns to be a little bit of a still uncharted territories. We'll see, though. Norway just playing it passive. They have one guy boosted up there on the flower pod. We'll see what happens now as Kreas just inching his way forward. He's going to get a Molotov there. Just pushing them back a little bit. Just stopping them from advancing a little bit further. But still, in the end, they're going to push up. Try to get that side. GDL is going to spot one out. That is Akis falling down. But Chris with 2 frags. Going for the third. He's going to get that one. And all of a sudden, Sweden down 2 versus 3. Not really the best way of this happening, and with 5 seconds left on the clock, there's no way for a Relaxa to get in there and save the round for Sweden. So that means Norway, they're going to get their first round in the bag.
All right. And now, looking at the money situation, it's not too bad for neither of the teams here. What could potentially happen? Look at this replay. Chris right there. Just going in for them one by one. Lamborghini, DJL, Freddy Frog will be going down together with them. Krias as well. That was a savior, if anything. Now, going into another round here, we've got Relaxa throwing off an early nade and an AG, double AG actually, to prevent anyone from going out to that peak. And Relaxa now coming quickly into apartments. And it's for good information, obviously. Now that's given away to Norway as well, because those nades do rain in, and they can obviously hear that someone jumps up from the position that Aches is in right now. Casper and the gang just gonna back off and rely on the fact that, well, eventually the T's are gonna have to push us, and that's just Counter-Strike, basic Counter-Strike. DJL waiting for the CT side to make this first mistake, and this is really what it all comes down to for the Swedish side, is I believe waiting for the Norwegians to make these first mistakes, and then as soon as they trip a little, you can just run out straight to the side and get a win. Aches right here though, not gonna fall into the confidence trap that we like to call it.
I mean, still Norway, they're playing this so passive. Relax, just trying to clear those corners, but now the signal has been given. Ak is going to get the first one with Curious there with a refrag, trying to open up the A bomb side. Freddy Frog comes in there now. Casper, the only one man, the left on the A bomb side, gets a good frag there, but he's going to get taken down by DJL, leaving it into a 2-on-2, 2-on-1 now, as Krias gets one frag. Fletch alone with the AWP, not the weapon of choice you would have in a situation like this, but that means Sweden, they're going to get the bomb plan, meaning 40 seconds for Fletch to try and make something happen. Is in a really good position though, just waiting for one of the first frags here, and well, a bit of a flick there, so he gets somehow that frag, and he's going to get the second one. 1-on-2 clutch, beautifully played by Fletch. He's going to get the defuse, another round for Norway. What looked to be a really bad situation for him, he turns it around and takes one more for Norway.
That hot swap on the go was probably the sexiest play we've seen here tonight. He's going to flick around, take that shot, and he switches to the M4. It only has 6 rounds in the magazine, and he finishes that round in style for his team. Norway now manages to get another round on the board. 3-2, still in favour of Sweden, who are going to be down to a little bit more of a basic buy. Very bare bones coming in from their side. A little bit of basic utility, some vests, handful of pistols. Nothing too impressive. But yet again, you cannot underestimate the power of the pistol, as they are going to be barreling down towards this B side. And I really like this conservative fallback choice from Norway, as they are going to be giving up a lot of space. But they will open things up now, so they should have a bit of an advantageous angle. But as I say that, Chris is going to find 2 frags, but after that, he is going to go down. Traded 2 for 2. And it is going to be this retake situation. It's looking a little bit dicey still, because if you look at the weapons right now for Sweden, 2 pistols, 1 M4, but they do have that post-plant position set up defensively quite well.
Yeah, and you could just see how they utilize the mobility of those very Tech 9s. You can see how Relaxa just running into the side, got frag after frag right there. Casper's going to open up with one, but he doesn't know someone's going to be around that corner. Relaxa could be going in for a free frag right there. Casper's going to be going down, picks up a weapon, and Aches has to defend that teammate right here and right now. Gonna be getting some shots through that smoke, eventually getting the frag. Relaxa will be going down, and Diffuse will be doing so as well. Fletch with that very Diffuse coming in. 3-3, and I mean, maybe this is the death of Sweden. I'm not really sure, but I'm saying Norway are way better than the other teams right now who've met Sweden so far.
No, absolutely, you're absolutely right there, man. Like, what we saw initially in the first 2 rounds that Robin and I covered here is that Norway started very strongly, with a 3-0, 4-0 lead. The other team then swings back a little bit in the momentum, but then after that, Norway just takes the game by just grab him by the collar, of the shirt, and then just drag him away. So if Sweden can stop that from going down with a peak like that, for instance, is a good start with a pre-fire as well of the Tech 9. He's going to be able to find 2 very quick frags, make that a 3rd perhaps, no sir. But the bomb has gone down, and having control of that is actually already a very good start. However, Relax had made his way all the way up through mid, and now all of a sudden CT completely open.
I mean, with the bomb left down on Banana, it's not looking good for Sweden. They still have a lot of time. They have a couple of grenades to work with. At this point, though, it's all about how well Sweden can work the map. They have to realize that they can go through CT. They can try and get some sort of flanking happening, though they are going to meet opposition there on the B bomb side if they decide to go through CT spawn. So, I mean, if they can somehow make this work, it's going to prove very useful for them. But a lot of shots coming out from Norway, just trying to do their best to stop Sweden. I mean, with 47 seconds left on the clock, Casper is going to find one, but Krias gets the refrag immediately. It's up to Chris now at this position to try and make something happen. He's not going to, though. It's all up to Casper on 4 HP. With DJL and Krias there, they are going to rotate around. They know exactly where he is, and they are not going to leave anything up to chance. Instead, they're going to rotate around, get the bomb plan on A.
Yeah, and what you could see happening right there was obviously with the map control that they had, one player coming in from CT just shooting them in the back. It took so much of their attention that eventually when people started pushing up through that smoke and banana, they weren't really ready for that. However, I mean, they had their time to take their peeks, and they even had a backup player behind sandbags who, unluckily enough, decided to be a bit offensive and gave it away right there. But I mean, all opportunity was there for them unless they would have been as offensive as they were.
I guess, Volty, that you could call it a little bit of an overextension coming from their side.
Yeah, definitely.
Perhaps a show of being a little bit too confident. You know, we have the bomb down, we have a man advantage, but sort of slipped away. And now Sweden are going to be able to claim another round here, which, you know, evidently I'm not unhappy about this. It's all good.
Even game, I would say.
It's like this, Robin, right, where when you sit on the throne long enough, you sort of grow attached to it, right?
Yeah.
So if to get Sweden off of it, they are going to have to use a crowbar.
Yeah, definitely. It's tough work.
I mean, I don't think a crowbar is.
I don't even think.
It's not
I'd say a
enough.
tractor, dude. I'd say a tractor.
They're gonna need some serious
fully
horsepower.
powered lorry.
Yeah. Let's look at this. They're going to be rushing down middle. Not only middle, but banana as well. DJL will be going in for a frag right there on Fletch as well. And they'll be switching it up like crazy. Chris with a double frag, or actually just one frag, a reply frag coming in. And DJL just finishing him off instantly right there. Hellberger and Casper left alone. But without a lot of weapons to do anything with, obviously equipment value is on the side of Sweden. And Casper's left alone here. Should really just walk out for the save.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I love it, you know, so you say that the Swedes switched it up, but at the same time we saw Norway go for that aggressive smoke down mid, and they actually didn't manage to find too much purchase with that one, so again, Sweden are going to be able to find themselves another round, and Casper is going to end up falling as well, so not only losing that round, but another dent into the economy.
I mean, a lot of bank, though, still for Sweden. They can definitely buy up a couple of rifles. I mean, still, it's not the most optimal for Sweden. They would love to at least keep some of their members alive a little bit longer than they have. So Norway now definitely in a good position to try and cause some huge economic damage. If they can just make something happen, they're gonna go 5-man stack on banana, and a good grenade comes in. That's going to be 1 man down, 2 men down already. Krias is going huge. He got 4 already. He's gonna go for the 5th, and there we go. That's the ace. Clean and easy for Krias. Eco for Norway, and that is going to be all he wrote.
You had a cheeky chuckle there, Volty. What's up, man?
Yeah, DJL bought the Mac 10 but didn't get any time to use it. He bought the Mac just to cash in the extra money, you know, see them as walking ATM machines, but no. Wasn't allowed to.
Feels bad,
Yeah,
man.
so 6-3, yeah, that feels bad. But anyways, he's gonna go with the op now. They're going for the double op setup on the T side of Inferno, so better be working right here. They're facing heavy weapons as well, so we'll see how this one goes.
I have to say, though, the balls of Chaos to just go in there with the AK against 4 people. He's running into a stack, and he's up there against 2-3 people facing off against him, and still he's just standing there like, I can take it.
And I said Mad Fragger, did I?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You did say it, man. You know, like, it's for my position in this whole sort of shimmer thingamagig or whatever you want to call it. It's just really nice to sort of have someone to fall back upon and go, like, yeah, you know, he's right. This man is killing a lot of people, and you know, and at the same time, I can look really good because I'm like, yeah, you know, you're absolutely right, man. This is absolutely what we're seeing. Just harp on whatever you guys bring up. But no, honestly, Sweden right now, they've really showcased a very confident T side, and especially so, like if you just look at the buy, double AWPs. Like we've already pointed out, you know, it gives them a lot of initial opening potential, but it's a little tougher when you want to break up into those close angles on the site. But all things considered, it's still definitely their game to lose because they're up 6-3 right now. As the Norwegians have yet to really find their footing in this game.
I mean, still, Sweden with good usage of Molotovs here. They're gonna burn Casper out, but this might even turn into a better position than the one originally. Tabs is going to find Hellberg there on Library, meaning that Sweden have some sort of way in, but that is going to change very quickly. Casper gets one, meaning that they still have to search for him, and at least one more on that side. Now, Axe gets one, Tabs gets one in return, gets two actually. Somehow, they still manage to stay alive. With the bomb plant now, Norway in a bit of a pressured situation. They have to find one quickly. Otherwise, this situation is going to turn very sour very quickly. And now Tabs on the perfect angle. All he has to do is wait, but that is another perfect angle. A perfect find coming in from Chris, and he's going to find the other one as well. And somehow Norway still manages to retake this bomb site. A bit of a mispositioning there from Tabs. And that just turns the situation.
The big play here in this round was Casper. His position there in pit, he peeks out, get one frag, gets forced out from the Molotov as well there a little bit earlier, but then he falls back into that position. And you saw that he was holding that. He did not want to peek. And that really, I think, slowed things down so much here for the Swedes that, they just couldn't hold on there. Really well played.
Not only slowing them down, but again, having that information for your team as soon as they get into the side is obviously key to knowing how you're going to be countering them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there, that was just beautiful play coming in by them. And Chris had not only, it wasn't really all on Chris. I want to say Fletch with a jump that he did on short as well. Gave a lot of pressure. Relax anyways, going in for a first frag. We'll be missing out on those first bullets.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to make a quick take on Timo's tweet there. Unfortunately, I don't think Norway is going to take this one, despite the fact that they have 4 rounds now. They've been showing some resilience at the very least. I still think Sweden's going to take this one. We'll see, though, what Norway can pull out of their bag of tricks. We'll see, as Akis is going to be standing there behind the smoke while the rest of Sweden, they're working their way up. Somehow Relaxa gets a frag there through the smoke. We've seen so much of that this game. DGL is going to find one on Casper, opening up the A bomb site. Good frag, though, coming in from Fletch, evening out the score a little bit, but the bomb plant is going to happen, leaving Norway in a 3-on-4 retake situation.
All right, and it's all on DJL to... Or actually, it's all in Norway now, pardon me, to try and retake this side. And they need to be quick on this as well. They've only got one def kit. And it's going to be Chris going in for a first one as, again, and we were talking about overextending, right? Sweden is doing just that very thing right here, right now, the way Norway did. Fletch is going to get another one, and it makes it a 2-on-2 situation, equalized out by Relaxa going in for one, capitalizing on that, and even winning the round together with Tabs on the other side of the site, getting those last frags, 7-4. And, I mean... Where I see Sweden being a lot stronger individually, I feel Norway are very strong, and they can actually match up with Sweden if we're talking team play and the way they're positioning, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you bring that up because those are sort of two different sides, to the same coin. If Norway could somehow match up with Sweden in just terms of raw aiming power, I think it would have just been a fairly easy game there for the Norwegians. But now, just like you bring up, it's individually the performances from all of these Swedes. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. Now, Chris still, he's actually been coming alive in quite many of these rounds for his team. And yet again, might be able to do that yet again. He's going to find 2 frags at least, which isn't all too bad because a 2 versus 3 situation is actually doable here for the Norwegians. Can they put this one together? Then all of a sudden we're looking at a 7-5, and they most certainly need it now in this first half of the game.
Well, they say every round matters, and that's what I agree on. It's going to be Relaxa going in for a frag right there. Aches will be going down. Going into the B side, Casper's all alone. He's playing a UMP. Could potentially cash some extra money in here on exit frags, but not much more than that. I wouldn't say it's worth risking this this weapon for a win unless he knows he can really do it and places himself in a very, very good spot and a miracle happens. But that's I don't see it coming. No. He's going to wait that out.
He's just going to take it slow. Actually, he's going to be peeking out, and that is straight into the crossover. Relaxa, but Casper somehow wins the duel, leaving in Sweden in a 2-on-1 still. 19 HP on Casper. He should not be going for these peaks, especially with the bomb ticking down faster and faster. And Korea somehow missing the spray, but finally recovers, and that leaves Sweden in an 8-4. And Sweden, they're showing up here tonight. They certainly want to keep that throne for their own, and they want to show that they can break the winning streak of Finland's previous 7 in a row.
Yeah, look at the money situation now. They're forcing Norway down to an eco here again, and this is where I could see a potential ace coming in again. Wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean... if they've done it so far, why not go for a third? I mean, third time's a charm is what they say. So let's see if it's gonna happen. Fletch going down to Freddy Frog, opening up, and this is where they could just take it home. This is a baseball run for them.
He's just gonna storm on through CT, but actually get punished for it. Chris is gonna find that kill, as well as an AK-47. And, you know, this is a bit of a key to perhaps swing back into this round. But now post-plant situation setup is very good right now for Sweden, as Freddy Frog is going to be playing under this little roof area. And he's got a really good position, can either shift his focus towards mid or towards that long. But, I mean, it's every single angle right now is basically covered. And you peek your head up there, you're going to be blanketed with fire. And there you have it. Hellberg walks into his death. There is one man there in apartments. It is going to be Casper with that CZ. But honestly, I don't think he's going to be able to find all too much in this, guys. We're looking at a 9-4, and then after that, you know, as much as we've been talking about this map being a little bit more balanced, right now it's just being a sweep.
Yeah, we can definitely see that. I mean, something that I have to point out, though, with Sweden's teamwork is that as soon as DJL lost that AKA, the communication was there immediately saying that, oh, there's a guy in CT, and one of the Sweden's teammates immediately smoked that off, making sure that he wouldn't try to do any sort of aggressive pushes, and making sure that they weren't going to fall victim for that flank, making sure that, all right, we're just gonna smoke it off, we're gonna back off, and we're just gonna play it safe. No need for us to retake that weapon. We're just gonna go and chase for it after we know we have the proper advantage.
Yeah, and in terms of position from the T side as well, I mean, they're never out of place. They can always get those reply frags as soon as anything goes wrong, and that's what we're seeing. Not this time on Banana particularly, because Tabs is all alone, but he's still gonna get that one frag, relying on himself. But inside of apartments, obviously, you're looking at 4 people who potentially could be mowed down, but that's not going to happen when you're looking at Sweden, and we're talking about their individual skills. So I think that says it all. Tab's got to be forced to back off after being shut down to, was that 10 HP? Seeing them come out of balcony right here, he's got to go for a spree of frags, it looked like, for a while, but actually only 2. Aches, however, in the backup position, going in for 3! Oh my god!
Man, what a sick flick around. That's exactly what they needed, because in the terms of the morale game now, grabbing that round, and as well as having the heroes, these 2 guys, man, playing on the short position, absolutely shutting everything down here for Team Sweden, as we're going to be coming into the last round of this first half, guys. But yeah, that was a really, really key round, because now if they can put that at that 6 on the board, 9-6, we've talked about this already, you know, if you're up against the double digits of the first initial half, that's never a good start, but already, again, Tabs, I don't know, he does it, he just always finds these opening frags, and they're just going to run all the way up here through Banana, and there's not a soul to stop them, and all of a sudden, 3 men standing left here for Norway. What are they going to do?
Oh, Sweden is actually taking it very slow. They don't realize that the B-bomb side is completely clear. This can actually work in favor for Norway. They have gotten the time to rotate around. So now when the bomb plan has happened, Norway is in the perfect position to make something happen. But the smoke frag again. Freddy Frog comes in with another frag through the smoke, gets a second one,
wow.
And together with Relaxa, they're going to finish this half with 10-5. And Sweden, what a way to finish this first half.
That's this is evil, guys. We use the Norwegians as our puppet to clean up the Danes, and then we just sweep over the Norwegians ourselves. Oh, come on, very malicious. You know, maybe
that's how we do it.
Maybe we're like, it's not Christian Tyrann, but Carl Gustav Tyrann at this point.
Yeah,
because they trusted us. Yeah, man, it's brutal. But
so love this history. We're having history lessons in King of Nordic now. We should make this a thing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have a short pause, and right after that, we'll be back with the rest of this game. Stay tuned.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
And welcome back, guys. We are getting ready now for the second half of these grand finals here tonight between Norway and Sweden. We already had a little bit of a discussion, myself, Crasher, and Volty, about where this map really goes, in terms of favoring one side over the other. And so far, I'm going to say it, boys, it favors Sweden.
It does. It does.
If anyone. Right, so they're going over to the CT side here. What could be dangerous here for them is if they don't adapt, if they just keep going on the same kind of, or go with the same kind of approach against their enemies that they did on the T side, being offensive and all of that. Being overconfident is obviously not. They shouldn't be at this point. Definitely shouldn't. And that could be the danger here. But I don't think that's going to happen. They're very. They really stick to their principles, if you put it that way. Yeah, absolutely. I think it really, one of my favorite phrases to sort of describe what you're saying there, Volty, just for short, is controlled aggression. Especially something that you have to display on the T side. But even to a certain extent as well, I think that applies to when you play your CT as well, because certain teams really like pushing one man forward hyper aggressively to find that information. And to be honest, I wouldn't be all too surprised if we actually see Tabs be that one man now here for Sweden, because he just managed to consistently open up these sites. And if he takes a bit of a forward positioning on the CT side, I wouldn't actually think that's too bad of a thing.
I don't think that would be too bad of a thing either. But we will see here how things will pan out as we move on towards the second half of the game here. Frog being the one in mid trying to get a lot of information is going to get a beautiful one tap there onto Casper. What a shot coming out there, immediately taking the lead for Sweden in this pistol round. Yes, indeed. Boom, headshot. And that turns into a very dire situation for Norway now, having to work with one man less. Two men there up on A apartments. Kreas taking a little bit of fire, but not before returning a lot of damage onto Hellberg. 62 HP on him. And now Norway trying to scramble for options where to go in this situation.
Yeah, and you can see there in the beginning, the only reason you have Freddy Frog being allowed to go out in middle and get that first frag is no one's out short, or what am I saying, slope, obviously, and they haven't pushed banana or anything yet. Doesn't see anyone. They don't see anyone middle, and they allow for him to get that frag. Chris is gonna be going in for one though. Taz will be going down as that happens. And as they execute over towards that B side, they will be spotting out DJL, who has to go in for one frag here and turns out at least buying a little time for his teammates. Hellberg will be going in for the frag on DJL, and it's a 3-on-4 situation. Kriya's trying to make some damage through that smoke, but won't be able to. And it's currently in these stages of the game, or in these stages of the rounds, that you want to see anyone or someone have at least a backstab. Aches and the gang are going to get the information on pretty much a full team coming in from Ruins right there, and they're just gonna caught him out. Yeah, that's it. Chris is gonna be going in for 1-by-1 frags, and Relaxa will be going down to Fletch as well.
Despite the fact that Freddy Frog managed to get one beautiful headshot there in mid, Norway, they just decided to do it the Russian style, rush B, and make it work. They get the plant, they get everyone on the Swedish team. They're just going in there, killing everyone, and take the first round. And this is actually an interesting buy coming out with a lot of rifles for the Norwegian team. If they lose these rifles, tables can be turned very quickly. Sweden is one team that you do not want to give any easy chances to.
This is really cool, by the way, guys. Just want to put that out. We actually have 4 men playing CZ on the CT side, which it's really rare. I think most of the time people just favor that 5.7 additional ammunition. Great firepower.
Yeah.
So, already tagging one man up there. This is fairly good start. And again, of course, Volty, you said it at the start there, dude. Tabs, man at the front. He doesn't give a damn. He's always there looking for that information. And that is already a decent start. Now, the clock is going to be ticking down a little bit here. As you see, Norway, they're actually pacing themselves very well. They're not going to be running away with this round. It's something I like saying, something we actually see a lot in CS, is where you've got the superior buy, but then because you're so confident, and you already touched upon this a little bit there again, Volty, that overconfidence cannot become an issue, but already Tabs is going to find the frag, but he will get returned through the smoke as they're going to walk up onto this site. However, Akes, I don't know what you want to say anymore, is going to be able to lock things down a little bit. Bomb is now down on the ground. And still, they've only got these pistols to work with. As you can see, very limited ammunition on top of that. And they're actually really worried about that backstab.
No, actually, they're going for the save completely because they have the 5.7s, they have the C7, they have armor. They want to just save
just holding on to all the equipment that they can at this point.
Exactly. They just want to save the stuff that they have. It's actually worth quite a lot of money. So they can definitely save it to make a bigger impact in the next round. They did manage to get one frag at the very least.
Yeah, they're playing the CT side as well, right? So they're going to get that money anyways. It's not it's not bad to go for a safe here, definitely not. But what I wanted to say in this round and what we saw was Tabs. He was forced to reload in the position that he was in, and it gave away that there was a player on the side as well. After going in for the fresh frag on Freddy Frog, I believe, they heard Tabs reload. That's S07E05 after going in for the fresh frags. And you know, if he wouldn't, then he could just stay in that corner and get a free frag, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. It's all about the noise, man. Like,
I have to point something out here. Tabs actually decided to go for a P250. This is a theory that I've been talking about before, I do believe, when I was shoutcasting with Bloomstar in Mystic Gibbet, is that when you can basically buy a P250 every single round. With if you lose the first round, you can buy a P250 every single round after that, because you would rather have the firepower and get a frag instead of saving up and try to go for a grenade. I mean, if you get the frag for the P250, it purchases, like, it evens itself out. You basically repay for what you purchased.
So you're saying that?
I mean,
oh, sorry.
It's definitely more worth it than playing with the Glock if you're playing the T side.
I mean, Tabs
CT side is yeah.
I mean, it depends. If you it's one of those risk versus reward situations, because if you want to go for the P250 and get more firepower, absolutely. But then you're gonna have to sacrifice a grenade when you come to the weapon round. And speaking about sacrificing stuff, Relaxa here, he's definitely sacrificing a lot of control, but with the reward that he can possibly reap from this is going to be huge, unless Casper there is going to find a quick AK headshot. So I mean,
so unfortunate there. Just peeks out at the worst moment in time, and well, because they did go for this 4-man B stack, as you can see, completely relinquishing control of the site. And now Norway, they are actually stepping back into this. Bear in mind, guys, that we are going to be coming into the first serious gun round coming after this one, and we'll see where Sweden decides to take it then. Now, as much as we've been praising Tabs for his highly aggressive playstyle, maybe now is the time to sort of sit back a little bit, give up some more space in a more calculated and calm manner. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? I really want to hear your opinions on this.
I feel the exact same way. I feel like Tabs is a bit overconfident and cocky in his playstyle, really. I mean, it's not only the fact that he goes out to get information, but he stays there for the longest amount of time waiting for a frag to come at him as well, which obviously isn't going to be working when you're playing the weapons he's playing. I mean, sure, he's getting a few frags here and there, but it's not...
It's
not crucial to the fact of winning, right?
Yeah,
you know
exactly. It becomes like a short-term victory that has no impact in the overall state of the game, because on the board it's still 10-8. Norway are still coming back into this right now.
Yeah, so here, speaking about Tabs, here's the situation where if he had not purchased the P250, he could have afforded 2 flashes. That would have been super helpful in this situation. With 10-8, still in favor of Sweden, Norway has definitely shown that they can play on Sweden's level. So now, with regards to what you guys have been talking about, I think Sweden, they just have to take a step back, and they have to realize that, okay, Norway is actually a pretty good team to be play against. So they have to take this one a little bit more seriously than they might have been in the previous matchups. But here we go with Norway pushing aggressively on long. They're just gonna go waltz straight into the A bomb side. Chris getting the first frag like it was nothing, going to switch out his Galil to an M4, but here comes Krias, gets the frag but fletched immediately there for the refrag. Good teamwork coming out from Norway now as they plant a bomb on the A bomb side. 40 seconds for Sweden to try and retake this site. We will see how they will perform, as DJL, he's going to get naded down to 81 HP. Still a lot of HP, but here comes Ace from the flank. He's going to find 2 of them, and that leaves Freddy Frog in a 1 versus 4. And this is one of those situations where you seriously have to consider to save your weapon, or at least go for some exit frags.
So you know what I'm thinking here, guys, is that we saw Sweden a massive aggression coming out on the T side, and actually played even the slow rounds really well. The entry fragged very, very well. There's so much competency here in every single one of these players, but I want to say that this is almost kind of backfiring here on the CT side, where I think you need to play a little bit more defensively. You need to sort of sit back further, be more patient, and the issue that I'm really seeing here is that because they relied so heavily on the hyper-aggressive entry fragging power of some of the individual players, like Tabs, like Freddy Frog, because they can't utilize it here, they kind of... I feel as if they're sort of losing grip of this right now. Maybe a tactical timeout would actually be very fitting coming up after this round. But as I say, that Freddy Frog is at least going to be able to get a kill there, as Tabs as well with a CZ will get another cheeky frag The bomb is still in the control of the T side, as they have basically given up control now of the entire B side. The bomb is going to go down eventually, as 2 men are going to be moving through the construction area. But to slow things down, like maybe a tactical timeout here would be appropriate for the Swedes.
Yeah, you guys were talking about Tabs being overconfident. I think that was one of the moments. I do sincerely believe that he could have gotten across without taking the fight, without trying to confront the opposition at that point. But what's done is done.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to back off after going in for the first frag, but he stood there waiting for more to come at him.
Yeah, again, that overextension that you were talking about, Volty. Okay, hey. DJL is going to just finish and Krias as well. 1 man left standing and they take him down. But unfortunately, there is no kit. No kit available here to Sweden.
I see that as a victory in terms of the money situation, because they wiped the entire team and they're going to be they're going to be forced to reinvest. Sure, they had 10K, but after wasting the money they need for this round, it's going to be down to around 5K, I'd say.
You know what's You know what's heartbreaking for Sweden? After the bomb exploded, they didn't find any weapons at all.
Yeah, it's always so funny. You're like, okay, go for the AWP. The bomb goes off and it like flies away into the distance.
Yeah.
Like, all right, okay, whatever. I'll stick to my CZ. If I'm Tabs.
Well, that's a better weapon anyways, you know. So.
If you're Tabs, it's actually working out very well. Very hard angle being held there by DGL. He's not going to find anything. And oh my god, Casper just executes him as Korea is going to put rounds through the smoke, supported by Relaxer. Wow. And they're just going to completely decimate the ranks of Norway, as it is going to be Fletch as the last man standing with an AWP and a dream. Can he bring it back? It's going to be a tall order, guys. He needs to find 4 kills individually. If you can make this into 1v1s, then maybe.
Man, I mean, that's... Oh my god! Krias going down. He wasn't expecting that pop to head off. Pop to head to pop off. Jesus, what am I saying? Fletch, left alone. That was one of the quicker frags I've seen in my lifetime. And hope for the knife. Hope for the knife.
Oh no!
Hope for the knife.
Oh, that was so close.
Why didn't he put his pistol on his face?
That could have been.
Yeah, all right.
That could have been so dangerous.
That was a lot of money, though. I mean, they needed the money. I mean, look at their money situation. It's still bad after that knife, so they definitely need that money. Anyways, what I was gonna say is, obviously this worked out now because Sweden, with the positions that they had, played more passively, waiting for the people to come in towards middle. And as soon as they did, they started firing through that smoke, knowing where their positions were. Tabs, not overextending this time, decided to back off. Fletch going down and repositions to go in for another frag, and in favor of doing so, but only damages him to 8 HP. Aches will be back and off after that, and currently Sweden are looking like they might win another round here.
I mean, instead of Tabs being the one to get killed, it was Freddy.
It's as if those 2 players just soul swapped basically. Like Freddy or Tabs, hold my beer, says Freddy, and he walks in and just dies with the grenades. Which I think is definitely a bit of a mess up here for the CT side, but they still hold on to that man advantage. Like you pointed out there previously, did tag him down, and well, DGL is gonna just end that man's life. So 2 men left standing, and honestly, they don't really have too much HP between them, as Casper is just looking for that face. And there we are with the crossfire. Just gonna execute him.
He's gone.
Sweden are definitely coming back into this now, and like we were talking about there a little bit, Volty and I were sort of throwing that ball up into the air, and then you also filled in their crasher. It's this more defensive, slow play from Sweden. Even though initially we see in the rounds very early on, like Tabs and Freddy Frog really wanting to go for those early counter picks. I think the rest of the team have really sort of figured out a good kind of posture now in this game.
I think mainly also what we're seeing is, or the reason to why we're seeing them push down Banana a lot of the time is because they want to know if it's going to be a full-on rush, so they can, you know, as soon as they spot players out, adapt to that situation. Where mid hasn't really been... you haven't seen the same things on middle, obviously, because they go out, they see someone, or they get that frag, or they die and they back off utilizing a smoke. And this time, you know, they're not seeing anyone on Banana. They decided to push all the way down, and now they've got 4 people on the A side, adapting instantly to a situation that hasn't even occurred yet. And Krias is allowed to get 1, get 2, could go for a 3rd. Shouldn't be a problem right here. Freddy Frog and the rest of the gang getting frags after frags after frags, denying a situation that could have been worse than it is by having many players on site. And that was, he took his time.
He shot him in the hand.
Yeah,
especially with that what we call the green pea shooter. in Sweden. He's just going to decide and blow the hands off of the last remaining Norwegian member. Now 13-10 here. The 24th round will commence. And Norway, they still have some sort of fighting spirits left within them, but they haven't been doing too much of a progress the later stages of the round. Instead, it is Sweden that decided to switch things around and took a more passive playing style, and definitely we saw that in the form of DJL, who was standing just waiting for someone to come into his crosshair on the B side just a couple of rounds ago, and now Norway, they have to adapt to what Sweden are doing.
And they could counter the CT side easily here by having a few people come up middle and a few people come up through CT boiler, but they waited out. They decided to back off. Bomb's gonna drop. Fletch is gonna be going down. Freddy Frog now knowing that, well, shouldn't be anyone out banana, so why not go for a frag? And Chris is gonna be going down. That bomb's gonna drop yet again. Relaxa coming in with an anti-rotate, and Aches will be going down. They're gonna try to counter him. He's gonna be coming out from CT Bowler, and that's gonna be another crossfire coming in. They get one, but instant reply again, never out of place, and that's just what I said. They know how to position to get these quick reply frags. And on the CT side now, they're really stepping it up from what we saw at the beginning of this.
Yeah, I'm loving this. The very slow conservative play to a little bit of a check. I mean, you can see that definitely on the banana specifically, that Freddy Frog and Tabs, they really want to keep pushing that. But this time, though, we saw Norway actually starting to lose a couple of members there very early on in the round after the first slow start. That pick down mid was actually really crucial because you saw that it marked with the positioning of the T side. They started swinging men in towards mid, and that enabled the two men in banana to push forwards. And then another frag coming out there from the man peeking balcony. So it's as if it's sort of emulating a very good defensive play. And holy hell. Yeah, I get, you know what? That is his own personal hell. Flames everywhere, explosions. And there we are, the evil spirits, Freddy Frog and Tabs to finish things off. 15-10. Norway one round away from getting absolutely shredded.
I mean, they know how to burn people down. That's like they're the devils of banana right now.
Oh yeah.
You can say that for sure. Now, Sweden only needs one more round to take home another win here at King of Nordic. That would mean Sweden have won 8 times in a row, and we will see how Norway can handle that now. The 26th round, what may very well be the last coming around here, and immediately Taps is going to go for his signature play, being super aggressive, gets one frag, and immediately Freddy Frog and Relaxa are there to pick up frags of their own, and Relaxa is going to get a lot of damage done to Casper, but he's going to get taken down by DJL instead, and all of a sudden it's Aches left here in a 1-on-3 with the AK in hand. He's going to try to find one, gets one. Good start for him. Now with 1 minute 25 seconds left on the clock, he has the bomb in hand. He has a lot of options to go wherever he wants to, but Sweden, they're taking this smart. They're going to be playing together, and now we slow things down here with Aches. He's just trying to find a way onto one of the bomb sites. We'll see what he can do here. Just working his way up slowly towards the part of he's going to be facing off a position. Looks away at the wrong term of time. I don't know. It's just the wrong timing for him. Looks away at the worst possible moment, allowing Sweden to get that last frag there. And that's pretty much GG. Sweden is once again our King of Nordic. What a game, guys.
Well, you know.
Congratulations on the record.
Yeah, we called it. You know, we called it.
Didn't we?
Easy peasy. How do we do this? I don't even think we can like fist bump, because what I have to do. Wait, we can fist bump, but I can't like do the thing with you because I have to sort of go over Robin. But
how do I do this? Well,
that was really close. Yeah, go. Nice. You nailed it.
There we go. We got it.
But yeah,
perfect.
So Sweden guys, they I'm actually so happy to see that they managed to make such a crucial adjustment on the fly as the Norwegians were swinging back hard. 10-10 was the scoreline. Then after that, they didn't let them grab a single round after that. So they really cleaned up their act.
Yeah,
and,
it was that passive play in the end that allowed Sweden to really get the win.
Not only that, like not only the slowdown of the tempo from their side, but because they let the CTs make the mistake. Oh, sorry, the Ts make the mistakes and walk into them initially, and they lose one guy. Then all of a sudden, that pulls the trigger on Relaxa. On Freddy Frog and Tabs, and then they activate the hyper aggression down banana.
I mean, initially the reason to why they won there was because, well, as soon as anything happened middle or anywhere on the map, they just decided, well, we need to get information on this very area of the map. A lot of the times being banana with Freddy Frog and Relax. What was it? Freddy Frog and
Tabs.
Yeah, and Tabs. Yeah, and just pushing down, getting that information, knowing, well, this is not B in a really long time at least, gave the option of instantly rotating another player over towards the A side and prevent a situation from being worse than it could be.
Yeah, and all in all, it was a brilliant match. Again, played by Sweden. Norway, unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to take home the throne this evening. But don't fret, because next week you will have a chance of doing just that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually going to let Lucas finish things off here, because Volty, you and me, we've been doing this a couple of times. So how about we let the fresh meat do it?
The fresh meat. It's not fresh in StarCraft, is he?
It's a different game, man. I'm actually right now. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm so scared. But honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? We always have water right when we cast. But now, what I did do, I topped myself up just a tiny bit here with some classic Swedish brännvin, because sometimes you need to have a jävel when the Swedes win. So cheers, guys. Well played. 16-10, easy peasy.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been everything from us here at the caster desk. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure that you all have a pleasant evening. For now, it is time to congratulate Sweden on their win. And after that, we're going to be jumping back to Jennifer and Coleman at the host desk, or at the host couch. So we'll see you guys some other time. Make sure that you all take care. We'll see you next time.
And action.
Honor, courage, strength, wisdom. These are the attributes that you have shown tonight, Sweden. We are proud of you. You have made history here at King of Nordic. We believe that you will hold down everything that you have created for many, many more episodes. What do you think, Jennifer?
It was amazing.
I'm talking about their I mean, not about the hat. It's just, it was more about the.
Of course.
About these guys.
Like what? It's like how many times have
the Ocho?
The Ocho.
The Ocho.
It's eight, yeah.
8.
And that's a new record, isn't it?
It's a new record. 8 times, guys.
Wow.
And do you know what happens next episode, potentially?
No. Yeah, it's time again.
For a potential jackpot.
And that's their third.
That would be 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
3 jackpots in a row. That's history.
Congratulations, Sweden.
I think that you guys should push for that.
You think? Aren't we losing a lot of money on them?
Push for it, guys. I mean, right? I think
so. It will be insane. Like, I think it's 2 records in one, maybe. If they win, like 3 jackpots and 9, that would be another record or a new
record within a record.
Exactly.
Record Inception. You know, I was actually thinking about Inception one other time tonight, because I was thinking about doing a live stream on Instagram, so it would be stream within a stream. Stream Inception.
Oh my God.
I'm sure I'm not the first to think of it.
Don't
give me credit for that.
But how many streams can you do in one? Can you like set the stream record?
I guess I could probably
do on Facebook?
Get a computer and do stream within a stream within a stream.
Could you have like one laptop, one computer, and then you have Instagram, and then you have Facebook as well? So you're like trying to do as many streams as possible.
The stream abilities are endless. Wow, that was bad. I'm sorry.
So what's next on the list?
Nothing. We don't have a list.
What?
But we do have to talk about these.
Right.
This is pretty much the only thing on the list.
It was
I know that you're interested.
The Facebook competition, right?
The Facebook competition or contest. Maybe we'll pull up one at a time, guys. We will announce it. Let's see. What is numero uno? Bring it on. Da-da-da-da-da. William Stephenson.
Congratulations.
William, you will now turn into a gaming warrior. You're no longer you're William the Knight.
William the Knight.
Yep.
Yeah. What he said.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Once again, sorry I said it, but congratulations, William.
And let us know on Facebook or Twitter if you wanted signed, as we talked about.
But I'll do it. But and then we got another one. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? I'm gonna call you Solomon.
Solomon, congratulations on your new mousepad.
I'm not sure if you know this song, but do you know that there's a song called Tiny Bubbles by Solomon? Do you know that song? Because you should. It's not the best song. It's a very old song. I'm not gonna sing it. I almost sang it.
It's a bad song that we should know about.
Well, I mean, if your last name's Solomon, I think that you should know.
But why would he want to know about a bad song about his name?
Well, the artist name's Solomon. It's like a 30s or 40s thing.
Hashtag logic.
Well, congratulations. Happy for you.
Nice.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for a nice evening, and
Congratulations, Sweden. Congratulations, you too.
Oh, I'm checking that one out on the stream. I blocked that with my finger. Strongest finger ever.
Do we have an instant replay on that thing?
Maybe. Probably not. I'm not thinking so.
I think so. I think our production guy is tired.
No.
He's not in the mood.
I just got noped. Yep. I think that's 3 times tonight I got noped.
Oh my god. He just keep denying you.
That's cool. You know, I'll get through this. But yeah, guys, please check in on our Fade Case tournament coming up here soon, next Monday, Tuesday. The qualifier will be happening.
Just feel like stabbing
He's gonna
someone.
throw another thing at me.
You don't have no.
You can have it. And no, man.
It's a fucking hard. Oh my god.
Yeah, we got the Fade Case tournament, and what else do we have to say? Oh, check out ESENesports.com if you're interested in buying some stocks.
Yes.
And
if you want to join the family.
Yeah,
in an
please do.
economical
Please
way.
join the family. And yeah, like all our Facebook stuff, and we will see you guys next week. I bid adieu.
Do you play Counter-Strike together with 5 other people? Do you guys think you're pretty good? Well, then you should definitely sign your team up for King of Nordic. How, you ask? Well, if you're from Denmark, esport.dk. From Finland, csgofinland.fi. From Norway, gamer.no. From Sweden, publiclear.se. And finally, if you're from Iceland, esports.is. We wish your team the best of luck and hope to see you battling it out against your Nordic brethren in the next show.
turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away, run away. Run away, turn away, run away, turn away.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.